change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain. I just wanna be greatness.
You have a maid outfit?
Yeah, of course I have a maid outfit. You're a streamer. Where's yours?
I have a robe.
You were.
I have like a little mark robe.
I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go. Everything that you see is something I invent.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know. They recruited me, bro. I'm new. I'm new to the game. They just recruited me, dude. Sorry. Yeah. I'm kind of seeing that too, bud.
I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning. You could call me academic. I'm always working. Never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison. Needs some antiseptic.
They're running. Push in, everybody, go. Someone get on their maid, please.
I pushed the maid from him.
Handsome looking creep right there. Why me? Oh my god!
I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains. I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain. I just wanna be greatness.
You have a maid outfit?
Yeah, of course I have a maid outfit. You're a streamer. Where's yours?
I have a robe.
You were.
I have like a little mark robe.
I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go. Everything that you see is something I invent.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't know. They recruited me, bro. I'm new. I'm new to the game. They just recruited me, dude. Sorry. Yeah. I'm kind of seeing that too, bud.
I never back up. I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning. You could call me academic. I'm always working. Never been apathetic. Bad energy is like a poison. Need some antiseptic.
They're running. Push in, everybody, go. Someone get on their main, please.
I put combination on him.
A handsome looking creep right there.
Why? Oh my god!
I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, not fucking likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running shit right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness.
Yeah, of course.
It's audio good.
Test. Wait, say something, Fo.
Test.
Hell yeah. Okay. All right. We'll
Test.
just go through. Everybody introduce yourselves. Demo, you go ahead and start it off. What your
I'm
name
Demo
is?
Man. I'm the GM of Black Priest. I've been playing the game since launch. Not much before that.
Who's next? I'm Vicness, fucking leader of Dead Guild, the Legion. That's next.
Why is there always this long ass? Someone speak up!
Dude,
Damn.
I don't- Yo, I'm Nightfall Foe.
Nightfall Foe. Sick.
Holy shit.
I'm Trubby. Been playing the game pretty much since Persistence, and a member of Coda.
All right. So wait, Trubby, did you actually start the game at like launch?
Yeah, with the Q boss, all the other 8,000 people sitting waiting.
I'm actually surprised you stuck with the game if that was like literally your first impression is fighting that cube. Because that shit, I didn't get to play for like 3 fucking days. Not even kidding. Like that
I was one of those people that just stood there AFK to down. So it was like 7 days of uptime on the PC or something ridiculous.
You're the scum.
Yeah.
Like,
Grab a corner or hope somebody doesn't bump you out.
I was reporting people.
Yeah, man. So when did everyone else start playing? I think Demo Man, you said since Persistence as well, or?
Yeah, so I started at launch. I hopped around to a couple different guilds. I was in LOD for a minute before they fell apart. When Snowy, John Trey, and those guys all left to go join because I joined to play with Snowy, John Trey, and those guys, and they left to go join Content, so I followed them. I was with Content for like less than a month, left, and played with Tatsuya for a little bit, and then made Black Priest and started recruiting and built the guild to what it is now.
You were in Odin Seed for a while as well, right?
I was in Odin Seed for 1 day, less than a day, and then I got kicked because they thought I was a content spy because there's a content player whose name is Apex, and that's my character's name. So they assumed that I was a spy and kicked me. And then I left and went and joined Content. It was ironic.
Was
I
John
kick you for the
Tree
same
and
thing, dude.
was John Tree
Reasonable,
Snowy in
reasonable.
LOD?
Yeah, so I knew
okay.
them from Crowfall, and they were big players in LOD. In there, and then I followed them. Didn't follow them, but met them in this game and was like, I know you people, and then started playing with them.
Okay.
What about Vic and Fo? When did you guys start playing?
Bro, I've been here since the fucking beginning, dude. Alpha 1, I paid $150 to be there, dude. There's a first motherfucker playing Mortal Online 2, man.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
and I started probably around like September of 21, kind of like 600 player beta. Everyone was in like the Zura guilds. Don't think anything notable happened around that time. people getting ready for persistence.
No, I mean, I think like the first like Alpha War broke out was right after we joined up with Steiner, Palace.
Yeah.
I think they were.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
no,
that's
they
in
were El
TC.
Cartel back then. They were El Cartel.
Yeah.
It was ES, El Cartel. I think Bear was in it at the not 100. But anyways, that like little group. Then you had like Legions with they had what were they before Integrity? Another name.
Forensic Empire.
Okay, yeah, that was
Forensic Empire, that's right.
yeah. Then
TE.
yeah, and then I think there was a couple other. And I think a war broke out. I don't remember the details, but I remember it had something to do with like some DII guys or some shit attacking the wrong person. Everybody was always playing in GK. There was like gold and like gear and barrels and shit. And I don't know. Do you remember?
I remember.
Victus?
I remember very well, dude.
Okay.
So there was very tentative rules up in GK because there's fucking nothing else to do. You sat around and you dueled each other all day. That's all everybody did, right? Nobody team fought or roamed. You just sat in GK and you dueled. So you didn't just walk up and attack people randomly, right? If you did that, everybody would turn on you and they'd farm you out until you just stopped fucking showing up to GK. Well, something happened. Some fucking VII kid or some shit started randomly attacking Legion, so we started farming them like religiously until they stopped showing up, and they ended up tying in fucking El Cartel and ES somehow. I guess they were boys, so they're like, "Hey, come fight on our behalf in Galcor." So it's like, all right, we ended up fighting like big ass, like, 40, 50 man fucking groups of just nothing but Legion. So we were like, holy shit, we gotta make some friends up here. So, we got in with fucking Intrinsic Empire and some mere guys. I don't think Draco Sylvan existed at this time. And we just fucking went ham up there in GK for like a month plus. And it was just log in and war all fucking day, sun up, sun down, dude. Just farming people at Priest, getting farmed at fucking Priest. It was fucking nuts, dude. And it ended up coming to like a stalemate. We ended up getting sick of it. We were like, all right, guys, why don't we all just chill out? And we all just chilled out. So
Everyone's like, calm down, we're in alpha. Like we can save it for
yeah.
Like literally, you didn't even like. I don't even think. Did you craft gear at that time, or was it in the? No, the materials were in the barrel, right? And then you crafted it at the table.
Yeah, so they had materials just laying all over the place that you can craft up.
Yeah, it was like you weren't even fighting
fuel
everything
sets and
real.
stuff.
Everything was just given to you. It was
Yeah.
it was just boredom. Kind of like little.
Yeah, true, man. Old beefs.
Yeah. It was funny too because like I played MO1. That was like, so, like I kind of knew certain people in guilds, but like at the same time, like I didn't even back then. I didn't really know like, how deep like these beefs go and how many years back, like 8 years and people still talk about it, still hate each other. I find that so I can't hold a grudge. Like at one point, me and Victus hate each other, and like I couldn't get. Not that type,
dude.
but
Oh, I can hold a grudge, dude.
I
Yeah, you got to get over some of those, though, man. I forget all the fucking time people are coming up to me talking shit, and it's like, what the fuck did I do to this guy? You know?
That happens
Ankle,
all the
ankle
time.
biters.
Yeah, ankle biters, bro. Fucking
yeah, Jim.
Yeah, I found a
Oh,
I
go
had
ahead.
found a Immortal Online 2 rap on YouTube that was like 8 years old, and I guess the guy who made it is dead now. But in the rap, he goes,
Ooh.
"And Kuthara's gonna strong arm you." And I'm like, "Fuck, dude! Like 8 years ago, this guy was still playing this game."
that was. You're talking about Life Enders rap?
I think so.
I think so.
Okay, yeah, he's dead for sure.
Yeah.
But Hawk war with Kodo in the first game was there, fucking blew him out of the game. It was fucking sick, dude. Old MO1 war.
Yeah.
Hawk blew up Kodo with like the server, Pretty much the same shit that's about to happen already happened in the first game.
Audio's cutting. On who? On everybody? I just see one guy. Nobody else saying that. Oh, Anthea says hi, Vic. Yeah.
Antheus, clear something up for me real quick, dude. Because it's still fucking bothering me to this day. Everybody seems to believe that I cleaned out your account. And I don't know how this rumor got started, right? I think Laxius right? He's the guy going around saying, "Hey, Vicness cleaned out Antheus's account. Apparently, I saw his fucking account credentials on a sticky note on his desktop when he screen shared." Right? That's the story he's telling everybody else. Like, I don't get how the stars would align for that to happen. First off, I'm not looking for fucking passwords and shit on people's desktops. But this kid, for years now, is convincing everybody that I hacked Antheus's account and fucking stole everything. And this is the same kid that cleaned out my account twice because I shared my account details with him. I stopped playing the game. I'd come back. Only other guy that has my account details is Laxius. All my shit is gone. And I'm like, okay, my fault. I'm not playing. I get all my shit back. I go AFK again, like 6 months later. Come back again at some point. All my shit is gone again. So, he's cleaned me out more than once. And this guy is going around saying I cleaned out Antheus. So I just like for everybody to hear from Antheus. Did I fucking hack your account, dude?
Watch him like left. Like, Antheus, you got an answer for him?
You better clear that up, Antheus.
You better fucking clear that up, Antheus.
Oh shit, he just dipped on his ass. We'll see. Anyways, while we're waiting on that, I don't know if he's still here, unless he's typing like a paragraph here.
Fucking book, dude.
He just came in, typed one shit. I'm out. I did my
What
part.
about you, Blitzen?
What about my part?
When did you start?
Oh, I actually you said you started in September 21,
Yeah, I
right?
started September in TC. Yeah,
I started in October because I know because I can
What?
track back my guild recruitments all the way back to October 2021. That's when I started.
That's when you started.
As soon as I started MO2, I pretty much just started up a guild because I was like, I'm not really much of a joiner, so I'll just fucking try and start up a little guild, get some PvPers, whatever.
Wait, really?
Yep.
I thought you didn't play any of the playtests before, like like the Joel. I think there's like a summer one.
No, I just joined up and maybe I played for a day or two and I was kind of like running around GK or wherever I was doing at the time, and then pretty much just started up a guild right away. Because I played MO1, so I kind of knew like what it was what it was envisioned to be. So I had an idea, but I know I didn't play for long before I started up. Actually, it was Zealots at the time, but there was no in-game guilds. It was just like your Discord tag, like an intention, and it was Zealots, and then there was like drama, and then it became Acolytes. So yeah. Oh, there's Antheus. Too long don't read. Is Lax Orn and Vic cleared me out? Ooh, everyone denies it and pointed it at someone else. I don't think Vic did it. When I came back, no one would give me a straight answer, and we're all in enemy guilds.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened. I'm not saying I know what happened. I just know that I had no fucking involvement in it, and somehow my name keeps getting fucking thrown around in that shit, dude. My account remained poor on Mortal On. Like, what the fuck was I gonna do with all of Antheus' shit? I wasn't even playing the goddamn video game. And I come back and I'm told I'm the guy who cleaned them out. And it's like, bro, check my shit. I'm poor as fuck. People are giving me gear just to go roam with them, dude. What the fuck do I have stockpiled?
Yeah, I don't think he's like saying you specifically did it. I think he thinks you were in that group, and maybe they, without you even knowing, possibly just cleared him out. So he said he's not overly concerned. It's nothing. He's got no hate for any of them, including you. So I think there's no beef. I think he's just suspect at best. There we go. See, hey, we're mediating. Holy shit! All right, now fuck the MO1 shit. We're in MO2. Nobody came here for that. Trubby, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still with you. Man.
Okay, I want to bring you into the conversation a little bit. I feel bad, all right, because I know you didn't play MO1, or I guess you didn't. I don't know. Can you tell us about like from your perspective what happened last night, and just kind of like how it played out for you guys and stuff, and we'll get into that, the skirmish or whatever last night.
Man, I can only give you like, I guess, from a certain point. I guess I was maybe at like 7 in the morning my time, or 8 in the morning. I don't know. Someone said that there was a group forming, and then I was like, yeah, I was feeling a bit unwell, so I hopped on. We were going to go fight. We didn't really have many numbers, so we just kind of called it off. And then at about 1 p.m., we got another call that like a huge number of people were coming down from Fab. Like we have obviously like heaps of people in the guild, and one of the guys was up there just on one of his alts, crafting some stuff, and like he sells it on the broker, and he said, yeah, there's just a huge group. So we started grouping. We didn't take it real serious at first. We just started getting numbers together, and then when we realized it was like, I mean, from what we heard, it was like more than 110. And we
Okay.
were like, shit, well, it's like a lot more than what we can get at this point. Like all of our EU boys are asleep. So we just like, reached out to a few people, a few guild members, saw who we could get together. And yeah, I guess they came down. We got whatever we could get. We didn't think we had enough, but we're not gonna not take a fight in our back door, even if we're outnumbered. So we rallied out and got it done.
Was it like one battle, or was it like multiple like pushes type thing?
Yeah, I would say like there was probably 4 definitive pushes on the whole play. I think yeah, probably 4 definitive pushes. It was like 2 big battles and four pushes from the total.
Okay, and
Yeah.
it kind of stretched from Meduli to like towards Tindrum, right? I think I saw footage of like both or something.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I think pretty much like by the time the Tindrum stuff started, that would have been like I think push number 3 started at Tindrum. And I mean, obviously we weren't gonna, you're on this side of the map, you're kind of close to home. We're just gonna keep fighting. Like, yeah, like we just play the game because we want to keep fighting, right? Like that's how everyone plays it. I hope. So we jumped out. We chased them up to Tindrum because we knew they were on ground. And then I guess they were super strung out and we hit them at Tindrum. So we just like rode into the back and just like I guess routed them. Anyone who was left like either died or ran into Tindrum. And then from there, I think they pretty much rallied out. We had like half the Empire force that was left come in the run up the rear with some other guilds, and the rest of them rallied out from Tindrum. And we were on foot at this point, so it was a long way back to anything that resembled a town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like you won overall, or who would you give the dub to if you had to give it to someone? Over the
Look, if I was sitting on the sideline scoring the fight, I mean, what did Demo call them? ATC or CAT or I don't know how you spell it, bro.
ACT.
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 Hey, whatever you called it, I think I would say if I was judging the scorecards, they probably had the dub.
Gotcha.
Overall, yeah, I think I'd probably give us like one of those 4 pushes. The third push at Tindrum. I think pretty much, yeah. At that point, we pretty much had proper stomped them out because they'd had Empire already separated, and they just, I guess, they weren't expecting us to continue to fight at that point. I think they thought they beat us twice down down close to Meduli, and it was over. But yeah, I'd probably give us 1 out of 4, and then 3 out of 4.
Yeah, you just came up and rammed them in the bum when they weren't even. When they were like, "Oh yeah, we won, boys, good shit," and you just fucking wipe like however
That's a
many
Kodo
of them.
special. The fight's never
That's
over.
it.
They like follow you back home.
That's it. It's
I don't know why
it's
people
never
don't
over
expect it
until
now.
We're done, right?
Yeah, it happens every single time. I think so. Gotta expect that shit, man.
Yeah.
And then so the only 2 people that were there, by the way, was Trubby and Demo. So Demo, are there any like conflicting points from his perspective that you can see, like any big points, or did he sum it up
I
pretty
think
well?
his synopsis is pretty good. So the whole night for me was very similar. I was kind of burned out on the game, didn't really want to log on. I looked at the Discord and saw that there was like 50 people already in the call, and I was like, oh, shit's going down. So I ran up to Fabrinum, came to the stables, and there was like, he's right, like there was like 100 people there. And I was like, oh shit, all right, we're doing stuff. So we rode out from Fab down to Meduli to bait a fight, being as boisterous as possible, and Barados was live, just trying to get shit started. We hung out outside Meduli for about 45 minutes waiting for Kodo to get their dudes together. They tried baiting into the guard zone, and we wiped them for the first fight. And then we had another big fight while we started kiting. So we were juiced on loot, and we had to get anywhere to bank. So we decided to start walking to Tindrum. They came out for another fight, so we wiped them again. And then we went north into the forest and celebrated for a minute, let them catch up to us. And we were strung out, but it wasn't that we weren't expecting it. Like, it was obvious that you guys were coming in behind us. And we kited to Tindrum, and so Kodo won that fight. But what he forgot to mention is that we rallied. Our guys came out and ran them down and cut down most of their guys before they even got back to Meduli, secured most of the loot. And then the video that I'm going to upload has, everybody's shows up at the tavern at the end in full steel with all the shit that we took. So at the end of it, I think we kind of got the last laugh.
Gotcha.
Super
Awesome.
fun night though. So
Yeah,
I
I've seen it.
appreciate Kodo even coming out and fighting, because I think it was pretty fair. I think it was probably about 100 people on each side, and it was hands down probably the best night I've had in Mortal since the game came out. It was extremely fun, and weirdly the server held up pretty well. Like, I was down to about 20 frames for most of the fight, but I'm running with all of my settings cranked to max and playing in 4K, and I was still able to get shit done. And it didn't seem like the opposition or people around me were like, people were complaining. Obviously, there's performance hits, but like the server held up, and it was playable, and it wasn't just like you're stabbing a wolf 14 times and nothing is happening, you know. So that was cool. It was really good to see that.
I think one thing I would say is, people often come with this like, we're baiting the guard zone, but what people every time they come to Meduli do is they stand on the hills that surround Meduli. If you ever look at the Meduli terrain as someone moving a big group of people around, if you're leaving Meduli, there is a very close area around Meduli that's flat and actually fightable on. And then everything, I guess, 150, 200 out of that is just hills all the way around. So everyone who comes to Meduli thinks they're on their high horse because they sit on a hill and they're like, oh, Kodo's baiting the guard zone. Well, in that first fight yesterday, all we did was we just wanted to fight on flat ground. We had no issue fighting on flat ground, but we had to get you guys off the hill that you were standing on, because there's no way we're going to push like all of our Ogmirs up a hill, Thursars, burn the stem up the hill, and then we just get cut down halfway through a hill. So
For sure.
it's not really a guard zone thing. It's just like there's no other way to get people off that hill onto flat ground where it's actually an even fight. We were already, disadvantaged on numbers. We're not going to take the hill disadvantage and the numbers disadvantage at the same time.
We
I think I can speak for Vicness. Two words: heavy cavalry, son. Okay.
Cavalry.
Heavy cavalry.
On a
20
hill,
mounted
by the way.
lancers. 20 mounted
Where's that
lancers.
heavy cav on that hill, by the way?
Listen, this is not MO1. If you go up a hill, you're still full speed. It's bullshit. Okay.
That is true. I'm conflicted though, because I have 3.5 hours of raw footage of literally everything, start to finish, and I'm deciding, do I want to slice it down, speed up the boring parts where we're vying for position, or do I just want to leave it in? Because there's the he said, she said, right? We intentionally, you have to go outside of Meduli to get the fight, but we were trying to get a fight. We were trying to get you guys to engage. We backpedaled. We put ourselves in a worse position. And the very first fight that almost happened, we started crossing open field towards you guys who were on a hill, and you ran to the guards in mass. And I've got the video evidence to show it. I can stream it right now, but it's a little bit petty, and I don't really feel like doing that.
Yeah,
There you
probably
go,
take too
man.
long.
Yeah.
3 hours of footage.
I mean, again, even at that point where we took the fight on, where we initially took the push, I'm playing on like 160 centimeter Ogmir, and I can hardly see over the grass, like who's coming over, how many people are coming over. Because again, it was the flattest part of ground we could take, but like I couldn't see over the grass. And when we tried to take the fight just to the west of us, it was further from, I guess, Meduli or the guard zone, whichever you'd call it. We were on a hill, you guys were on a hill, and there was just a big defilade in the middle, but you guys wouldn't push. We had to continue to move around, and you guys just held, you just only wanted to play high ground. So it was like, okay, well, eventually we'll bait you into actually fighting us, but we had to take a disadvantage fight from our point of view,
Just a question, because I don't think it's been said yet. How many did Kodo have, roughly?
Maybe 45, maybe 40. The rest was probably coalition. It probably got us. We probably got up to like.
Oh, maybe. Okay, let me
85.
ask. How many coalition? Sorry, I didn't
It's all the
specifically
same.
mean.
Yeah.
When I say Kodo, I mean coalition.
Now
My
they're
bad.
fine.
I meant coalition.
peon
We
guilds.
tried to always do the respectful thing, like
sure.
when people say Kodo,
I got you.
We probably had like 85. I think we
Okay.
had like 105 sitting in channel, but it definitely wasn't 105 sitting out there. A lot of people still trying to get in. We had like 5 Northwater guys that were like the last of the few, like EU people online. They came over. But I mean, I don't even think they were there for the first fight. They were still trying to ride over from, the other side of the map. So it was a long way out.
See if you can tell see if you can tell which group is Kodo.
You know, they say we're gonna be petty.
I'm being petty.
Oh man. Dude.
Also, Apex, I think you should just upload 2 things, like a cut one and like the historical edit, just like the raw,
Yeah,
That
okay.
might be better.
That's actually not a bad
It's
idea.
Getting chopped up though on my screen. I don't know. That's just me or
So Kodo has the high ground. We're
Where's
in
your
the
mounted force right now, though?
we're in the
Where's the
open field.
mounted force?
They're in the back. You can see them.
Uh-huh.
Like you can see they have lances. Like that's obviously the mounted guys.
Yeah. The call was made that your mounted force. We had someone who was on an untagged ult streaming you guys, and
There
as
they
soon
go.
as we moved
There they
up
go.
there,
Run into the guards. There they go.
As-
Running down the hill to the guards.
the guards are like
Giving up the
300
high
meters.
ground,
If you just
giving up
go
the high
straight
ground.
south, you cut us off.
We want it in the open field, but we're not going to take it. We're gonna at the end of the day, you either have your guards at your back or you have the guards behind the enemy. And if the guards are at your back, you're the weak team.
listen.
Couldn't you guys
mean,
go like couldn't you guys go like more like inland, like near Wolf, like isn't that kind of flat and like away,
Yeah, I mean, when we took that like Northern Zerg fight, they went
Yeah.
out towards East Bandits, and we just we walked straight into it on flat ground. But I mean,
That's
at
right.
that point, you guys had like 40 mounted people, which was like pretty much half of our force. And our guy that was sitting in your back line on an untagged ult, just streaming everything. He said that as soon as we got up there, your like mounted force started moving like in the direction to go around our back. And I mean, we're not gonna open our mages up to just get stomped. Yeah, okay, like our foot force is now standing on the high ground, but we've just got like open blindside.
I'm not saying you shouldn't vie for
so
position,
let me-
but
let
I'm
me-
saying that
We're not-
you're misconstruing and saying that we want open fights and open fields, and we
No,
don't
no.
run to the guards, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean, he just said it. They use the guards to protect their mages' flanks, right? They
Yeah.
didn't want your mounted force to go around and flank the mages because there's a whole ass fucking city and guard zone there. They couldn't.
Yeah, well,
Right.
why didn't they just EQ dismount the mate at the mounted?
What the fuck?
Did they even add that into the game?
No,
Oh wait,
they
they didn't
didn't.
fucking add that. Oh, sorry, my bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
One second.
All right, here's another question. I'm just throwing this in the mix. Oh, was Nightfall there?
Sorry. Yeah, there's like 1 or 2,
Oh.
few guys. I don't know. We
All
weren't.
right, try
I
and
was,
do
like,
more
watching
next
some-
time. That's kind of pathetic. Now, Vicness, was
What?
any
Dude,
Legion
wait.
there?
No, dude.
The
Not
fact-
that I know
do you
of.
do you
Respect
count
them.
gorillas? Do you count gorillas?
I guess if you want to. I mean, they have their own tag. They're doing their own thing. They're still homies and shit. But
Wait, what the fuck is
Gorillas.
Gorillas?
Gorillas
What?
is our ally, actually.
Oh,
It's Black Priest, Red Priest, Gorillas, and Gamble currently. So I
Oh,
like the
okay.
Gorilla guys. They're pretty chill. I've been playing with them a lot. They
Yeah,
were there.
raised by
my
Vic.
boys, dude.
They were raised by Vic.
Yeah. They're
Mhm.
they're all really good guys.
Who's in-
I-
who's
I
in
like every
Gorillas?
every single one of them.
Boys right there, dude.
who's in it? Is it Guts and Bowden or who,
No,
who are you talking about?
I'm not gonna dox them on a podcast, but yeah.
What do you mean dox them?
Dox them?
What
What the fuck?
video
Their
game?
player name?
Yeah. You know what I mean.
I think Guts is CTX now, no?
Yeah, Guts is CTX. Bowden doesn't play. Gorillas are like the late Legion group, I think. Well,
Oh.
the
So just
I
like
think
nobodies?
Stanky Chan. I mean,
Stanky's
I-
in there.
I'm
not-
Yeah,
I'm not
Slaps
gonna
is in
say-
there.
I'm not
Cuddly.
gonna s-
Couple
So-
other
I don't know. Anyone know who those guys are? But yeah, it's like old. It's like the Legion guys.
It's like 15 guys, and they're just all they're a really tight friend group that like to bang. So we brought them in.
Yeah.
That's one thing that Kodo and the coalition does really well is it allows me to make friends easier because they got worried because North Order put up 3 strongholds on either side of their. They just had it's like TC's not even in yet, and North Order put 3 strongholds surrounding their 1 stronghold. Ran up to them and told them that they're target number 1. So that's why they started looking for allies. So it's really, really nice to be able to just bump into basically anybody out in the world and say, fuck Kodo. And they say, oh, yeah, fuck Kodo. You want to be friends? Cool. Awesome. You know?
Fuck
thought-
Koto.
I thought
Fuck
Legion-
Koto. Oh, yeah, we join you. Yeah.
I thought Legion was allied with Kodo though.
Whoa.
Legion was? What?
Oh,
Legion's
sorry.
not a listen, man. Legion's not a fucking guild anymore. right?
That's true.
Like
That's
there's
true.
a remnant. Like we're fucking around in small groups. You know, we're gonna pull together what we can to assist this ACT effort or whatever the fuck, dude. But as an entity, as a fucking powerhouse, as a, you know, a major dominant alliance power, that shit doesn't exist anymore, dude.
Yeah, they already won the
It's all
game.
in the wind. We already
Yeah.
won the fucking game, bro. Doing the same goddamn thing for 2 years, shitting on everybody I fucking came across, dude.
You know
That's
what?
right.
You know what happened, Vic? You're back to your Hawk days now, small scale.
Uh-oh.
Small scale, yeah, right,
Going
dude.
back
It's
to
not
his
gonna take
roots.
very
See,
long, bro.
Vic is like the old codger, the old war veteran. He's gonna lead this ACT force, you know.
See, these guys, check it out, right? I have very little to do with ACT right now. Like I've given them some insights or whatever the fuck, right? Whatever you even want to call that, right? These guys took 80 fucking dudes to Meduli and they shit on Kodo 3, 4, or 5 times. I don't know. I wasn't there, dude. Like they got shit going for them, right? This
And they
ACT or
streamed
whatever.
it.
They streamed the whole fucking thing, dude. You can go back and watch it, right? There's more footage gonna come out about it, right? So I don't know. It's kind of a fucking wake up call, if you ask me, Kodo. Like,
Oh yeah.
there's a
we can quickly
formation out there, dude. You know what I mean?
we can quickly mention the population is at a 3-month high right now.
Yeah, it's at
People
like
are
1500 or something. 15 plus with
1,500 right now. People logging in because of that fight. To see the potential. If anything shows the potential of what Mortal can be, it was last night. Because
I
TC's
mean,
not even in the
15
game.
FPS and like
no
know,
sound. 15
yeah,
FPS,
no
but
sound and
yeah,
15 FPS. What a game, boys!
yeah,
Esports
but
ready. Let's
Oh,
it was
shit,
go.
fun though.
dude.
It was fun
Esports
though.
ready, dude.
Listen,
I
when
don't know. It was playable to me.
I think it was playable. It's definitely better than it was. Like the first Siege Meduli with like Nightmare and Nightfall, that went like terrible. Actually, I think there was also Carney there and some of the Carney guilds, but that was like unplayable. Man, it wasn't regenning. But the second fight, after they said they fixed it, and then Henrik tried to like recreate that big battle. There's like some like 120 versus 100 Siege Meduli we did like a few months ago. We did the Henrik said they fixed it. He did a stream. No one came really, but then we actually like, tried to test it again. So we did another Siege Meduli, and that one ran like as well as it did now. Actually, this one was like crashing. Some people crashed. The other one, no one crashed, but yeah, they actually fixed it. But I think when Sieging comes out, we'll see like the real potential of the game.
Well, this
At the end of the day, find me one other MMO that you can do that in.
What were you saying?
It doesn't exist.
I was just gonna say, well, this fight, it seems like it was like in a different part, and it was also going towards Tendrum too. So the
Yeah,
other
that's
two
a- yeah.
Meduli sieges, they were like, I don't know, like the fucking southeast part of Meduli, like that corner and like that direction, kind of.
Near the
This one was like
donut hole or whatever.
like northeast, and then north from that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but the
Probably
node should be
different
big
nodes.
enough that's like. You think so?
I don't
think the
know.
nodes
I
are
don't
bigger.
fucking know. They don't talk
I don't
about
know.
it.
I
We don't
think they-
fucking know.
yeah.
We
We don't
just
know.
I
guess
would,
Definitely.
like
I would
We just-
love, I would love if we could just have a gentleman's pact, right? Like, Travi, if we're gonna do big fights like that, and you guys aren't really worried about the guards at your back, if we can push it a little bit farther from Meduli just for performance issues, that'd be perfect.
Bro, you're not gonna get that shit.
I know we
It's not
won't.
even worth talking about.
I
dude.
mean,
Fucking
like
dude.
like yeah, you'll 100% get that chat. I know people say you won't, but I mean, folk can attest to this. When Carney came down, we were miles from the guards. They could have rode the Rivalry cavalry in the rear, but we just had our foot force like on flat ground. Like we take the fights that are like not right at the guard zone, but we can only push out as far as someone lets us push out. We're not just gonna we're not just gonna run straight up a hill like idiots. We're not stupid.
All right,
But
You don't have
when
to-
you
you
give
don't
us
have-
enough
who-
space to come and
it's-
fight you on flat ground, we'll come
It's not
out.
a one
You just have
It's not
to
a
give us room.
one-directional game, my dude.
I
You
was
can
gonna
offset.
say, yeah, I was gonna say, I feel sorry, Trubby. I feel bad. I wish I could get another
No,
like,
you're fine,
coalition
man.
guy in here, like give you a little bit of backup
fine.
here in this scenario.
I'm
But
Team
No,
Trolley.
I'm all good.
I'll fight for
I think
Kodo.
that is a bit of a cop out though, because they're on one side of Meduli. If you really like had no interest in the guards whatsoever, you just go out the north side. You go all the way around. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. You could not have your back to the guards if you really wanted that. You know what I mean? I think that's a bit of a cop out saying, well, they only let us go out far. Just go out the other side. There's like multiple sides you can go out where you wouldn't be directly in their face, and then you just come
Again,
around.
though, like, they got, like he said, they had 40 mounted. We've got like 80 people total. They've got 40 mounted.
Well, let
So
me
what
tell
are we
you,
going to do?
they're
Just ride
40
around,
mounted.
get dismounted?
Well, their 40 mount
an
ain't gonna do
unfortunate
shit to an
position.
80 foot group. Let me tell you right now. So that shouldn't
80
even
foot
be that
group?
big of a concern. Well, yeah, you just said.
But if we're mounted riding around them, What,
You don't
that's
even
not
need to
gonna
be
help
mounted.
us
Just
out,
put
is
your
it?
mounts away. Walk out the north side of Meduli. Take all 80 people on foot, or whoever.
Did
can
walk
be on
out the
foot.
north side of Meduli though. We
Well, you
walked
know what I
out and
mean.
we
Walk
tried to
out
get
the
some track
other
rounds.
side of wherever they're
Ah,
at. Is what
okay,
I'm
got
saying.
you,
Sorry,
got
I'm
you.
thinking like the other carny fights or whatever.
You'll see in
But-
the historical upload or whatever that we want to call it. There's a couple times where I say, let's give these guys some breathing room. We're here for a fight. Let's back off. Let's let them get out. Give them some space. Let them vie for position so we can get a fight, right? Because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people are very short-sighted in this game, and there's a couple people in the group. Oh, it's so glorious. We're standing here talking shit on them. If they don't come out, that's a W. Fuck that. Like, we want to fight. At least I personally, I'm out there to fight. I'm out there for some content. So, if you need space, gentleman's agreement, I'm happy to, tell our guys to fuck off and give you space. You can come out and
Nobody's gonna
fucking
honor
fight us.
that, big dog. Not either
Yeah,
side's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
honor that. They don't give a fuck, dude.
You'd be surprised when you're shotgun and you fucking scream at people. They listen. There's
I mean,
everybody's
Carney
a sheep.
and the
Yeah,
Northern Zerg, Nightmare, Nightfall, whoever they were, came down. They stood right out front of Meduli, and then they gave us like 300 meters to come all the way out and fight them on flat ground. So
Yeah, I think Footson was there.
it does happen.
Hell yeah, I was
Yeah, it
there.
happened. It happened. I think
Why do you think
you
we
guys
won?
ran a little bit inwards, but it was far enough that like we actually had the proper fight. So
Yeah, that's it.
I'll give
That's
that to
it.
Trubby. I'll give it to Trubby.
I was shot calling that second one, but I was leading.
Were you?
The goddamn
Were you there?
Wait.
That's right. Yeah, you were. You were.
do this to me. was
You
there.
were doing it. You were doing it.
I
You
was
were
doing it, dude. That was my last
You were
video,
doing
and I
it.
got fucking banned like 2 weeks later.
I say that, and Horizon hates it. He hates when I say that.
Wait,
I
what'd
say,
you
like,
say?
You say like you're doing it. You say that, and I say that, and he hates it. He
I
hates
say
when
that?
Yeah, you say that. You're like you're doing it, big dog. You're doing it.
Why do you do like that voice? I don't do that.
That's your voice. What do you
You're
mean? That's how
doing
you
it.
say it.
Okay, dude. We're gonna have a discussion.
Well, anyway,
after this.
I think Kodo. The thing is though, they're gonna need some. ACT is gonna need some strong father figure to for sieging because the logistics. No one's really prepared for that in the MO2.
So
The new MO2 gamers.
ACT is not an alliance. It's merely an agreement among a lot of guilds to fuck over Kodo and do what they do to the rest of the server to them.
Yeah, but
so
you're gonna have
far-
one big siege, right?
So far, so good. And yeah, it's like the biggest problems right now are it's disorganized. It's a clusterfuck of random people. Like you'll watch in the footage. I spend half the time trying to identify friend from foe because most of the guys on our side, on my team, are people that I'm at war with.
Yeah.
That I actively kill every day. So I have to do the mental check. Am I killing 7 right now? Am I killing 7? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck.
surprised you guys won that.
You know? I actually got killed in the first fight. A 7 guy fucking bought me in the head for like 100 damage and just evaporated me. So
I saw that in one of the videos. One of the
It-
7 guys killed someone. I was like,
he was on my
"Dude,
team.
who you fighting, bro?"
Yeah. I was in the front T-Lesh and Kodo, and he just fucking booped me. I was like, okay. So,
Yeah, but you're-
they like Kodo on the Kodo's powerhouse right now is they're organized. They have their tags all sorted. It's easy for them to identify friend from foe. They've got the operational security a lot more on check. ACT is literally just a clusterfuck of people that don't like Kodo. But it
Yeah.
should be a reality check if you get clusterfucked to death, because if so many people rally against you, you should look inward and say, "What am I doing wrong?"
Oh yeah, Code's totally fucked this up. They have the worst PR. But what I'm saying is like, eventually ACT is gonna when sieging's available, you're gonna do a big siege. And I'm just saying like Kodo has like actual experience like running a siege.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we
And
don't.
That's why ACT needs a strong father figure like Vic.
Well, first of all,
Inside.
you're saying Kodo, and not everyone who played MO1 is playing MO2. So not everyone's just gonna like click like
I
they
mean,
know
they were
everything
always
that
le-
Kodo did in
They're just
MO1.
lemmings anyway though. There's only
Well,
they
that's
just
what I'm
need
saying. Like
officers.
they're gonna need guidance like any other guild would be. I mean,
Yeah, but
lots
they're-
of guilds
they
have
got-
people who are played MO1 that have siege experience.
I think a lot of the what they call Guardians, Trubby, the Guardians, they've been like the people who need the experience have the experience in Kodo.
Why does he know your Discord race? Oh wait, never mind. Someone
saw-
posted it. Never mind. I just remembered.
I've seen the Kodo
Yeah, I
documents,
saw
buddy.
it. Never
I
mind.
was Foz in.
He's
I'm
fucking
actually
Foz in
in.
a
fine.
coalition guild.
Jesus.
I'm-
Trumpy's like, how the fuck
Nightfall's-
do you know Guardians? What the fuck?
Nightfall is ready to fight for Kodo, okay? I know John Ullman's got like a zillion gold. He gave us some of the gold, bro.
Is Mana in the fucking coalition or not? I'm so confused at
that's-
this point.
It's confirmed. I think John
What's
Ullman left
confirmed?
Mana.
I think that's something you have to ask Bill Bonte, right?
Yeah, what the
Mana's,
fuck is
uh,
going on?
That's a Bill Bonzi question. I can't speak for that man.
I think John Ullman left Mana anyway, so no hope for
That guy's
the
richer
war
than
chest.
life,
Jonah-
isn't he?
He's literally richer than like most of the game. It's actually hilarious.
He's got his own Merc Guild now, right?
But I don't know. He could pay for fucking people to guard him all day. He was crying about getting killed in town. It was so funny.
Thickness, are you for
People,
hire?
like,
Me for hire for what?
For John Oldman, security.
dude,
I don't even know who the fuck that is, dude.
He's an
no,
old
he's
man.
he's leading the ACT, man. Why are you ruining it?
I've never met him. I've never talked to him. I've
John
never heard
Oldman is
about
not
him.
leading.
Yeah,
All
he's
I've
not in
heard
the
is that
AC. I don't even think
There's
he's in
this guy named John Oldman who's
I'm
rich as
talking about-
fuck.
I'm talking about
That's all I
Thickness.
know.
He's in the ACT.
Well, if you're looking for a sugar daddy, contact John Oldman.
John Oldman is a Bill Gates, for anyone that doesn't know, of MO2. He reaped the most benefits from flux farming. He is the flux farmer. Like flux farming, when it'd be John Oldman doing the seance, like with 100 like lemmings around him. It was insane.
Wait. Flux farming, that's where you get that shit in the ghost mode, right?
Yeah. So what happened was, it's like the most insane exploit ever in the game. It's not technically an exploit, but it basically was. It was just sanctioned by Starvolt. So what happened was, you could flux farm, like when you're sucking off the ghost, it gives you a chance for like rechargers. Or is it the recharger? No, the flux, yeah. And the flux is to like re-roll your stats, right? On a trinket. But the problem was, when you would like suck off the ghost, only one person is supposed to get the flux. But everyone ended up getting the flux that like was sucking it off.
Why
So
do you
there's
keep calling
going
it
to be-
sucking it off?
Because that's what you're doing, man.
This is
See,
like
you go to
the
these-
worst imagery ever.
Yeah, man, I can't help what's going on in your head. So they would go to these, boss rooms where they have the ultra fucking ghosts, right? And then they'd all suck them off, and you weren't supposed to be able to like. So basically, they're all just sucking off ghosts and shit and getting flux, and it was so OP. And they did that for like 3 months for 12 hours a day. I'm not even joking. Like 60-year-old men who are tired playing 18 hours a day, sucking ghosts off.
Shut
And they
the
were
fuck
getting, like-
up, dude.
Dude, they were getting hundreds
my-
of gold fluxes, okay? And gold fluxes are like, how much now? They're like hundreds of gold. Anyway, John Ullman has like 200,000, probably more, 200k gold worth of fluxes. And yeah, he's a smart guy, and he's been playing the market, and he's like George Soros, Bill Gates of MO2. He has billion gold. So that's like the
God
lore.
damn, dude. It's
All
fucking
of that
well
from
taken, the
sucking
ghost
off a lot of
mode, bro.
jellyfish, huh?
It was worth it.
What kind of gameplay loop is that, dude? You
Yeah,
just
oh,
live
it's-
in the ghost mode, bro.
And then
Bad one.
you couldn't even drop it if another spiritist sucked you off and killed you. They wouldn't even drop the thing. They could home priest. It was the most broken thing ever. So it just
Sick
fucked the
hate, bro.
economy. It kind of helped a little.
Sick.
It
You know-
kind of helped because people were starting getting good trinkets, and then like people with like this absurd amount of surplus were like dumping, like people would be spending 50k gold for a trinket. And a lot
I
of
heard
gold. Go on.
I heard content bought a keep for 150k. Is that true? Anybody know if that's true?
I think it's 100. Did
I thought
buy
they
one?
sold it.
They
I thought they
sold one
sold
soul
Eastern
one.
Step.
They sold
Events
yeah,
Old
so-
Castle.
Yeah, that's right.
For a ridiculous amount of
Divine,
gold, like
100k
150k.
gold. 100
150 is
think
not
it's-
that
Isn't
ridiculous
Divine
anymore.
Livia?
Yeah, so Divine was previously events management with Sutner, and then he joined Cartel, which is the TC, like Steiner's TC split off, and then they went to Levia. So Levia, I don't think Levia got the keep, but Divine sold it for 100k to Crimson Swarm, and Crimson Swarm also bought our Necro Rituals book for 45k. They got a lot of gold.
They do have a
But-
lot of gold.
100k gold is a lot, dude. That's not. That's
I
not
wanna
nothing.
be- I wanna
There's a
meet
couple
these
whales
guys.
in this game. We sold a lexicon. So we got server first necro boss kill. We were the first team across, and we had free farm on the dungeon for about 8 hours. And that night we sold a lexicon that didn't even have all the necro spells in it for 75k.
What? To
A
who?
lexicon.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
not saying who, because he's my
Yeah,
buddy. He's my
yeah.
whale.
What were you saying, Big?
Who here has had 100k in Mortal Online 2 in gold?
Yeah, I've never had more than fucking.
I even
Anybody
in
here?
MO one, and I played that longer.
I
Hell
have.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
You've had Demo Man 100,000 gold in Mortal Online 2?
Yep.
Holy fuck! What
Was
does
that
your
from a
gameplay
sailor?
look like?
So
dude? What
we-
do you do?
So Black Priest is we were pretty big in necro, and I watched I watched Henrik's live streams when he was demoing the necro location, and I looked in the background and watched and looked at the terrain, and then I ran around the map and found the matching terrain and built a stronghold and a house and fully stocked and built the equerry and built everything there before it was even added to the game. And then
Yeah,
we
did
got
that.
so we were prepped as hell. we got server first kill, and then we ran the Necro Dungeon pretty consistently for about a month. I think in the first 2 weeks we did 300, 400K in sales, just selling
Damn.
Necro stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, but people were
Actually-
there within like the first 30 minutes of that patch, though. I was there on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was there
Yeah.
with you. Remember, Puts we were like,
Yeah,
killing
but
them.
were
Yeah,
you,
I teamed
were
up
you
with little
fully
Nightfall
stocked
boys.
and ready to go? Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They probably were. I definitely wasn't.
Oh well, we had a house there. We're the first ones to the house there, but no, we didn't have the. We weren't going hard. Like you guys definitely had a plan, and there was definitely a lot of money to be made. Those Necro scrolls and all that shit was going for so much back then. It was pretty insane. I would also like to point out.
Atrophy was going for like 15K by itself.
I think it was you, and then us, and then there was Bill Boozy put a really precarious stronghold position.
Oh man, yeah.
That was right
And,
above the exit.
and then he denies, and then Henrik came into a live stream and was like, "Yeah, Bill was on the testing team."
He still denies it, by the way. I don't know.
No,
if you guys
he's owned up to it because Henrik outed him.
What? When? I never seen him own up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, even after Henrik outed him, he kept denying it for a while. To this day, I've never seen him admit it.
I don't know. I screenshotted Henrik outing him and sent it to him, and he was like, "Yeah." So I don't know.
I think that's all gone now, though. They
He's not. He's no longer on the testing team.
Yeah.
So
I think he was
They have,
just
like, some
denying
other
it in
team.
hopes that he would get back on it, probably. But
maybe I'm not even sure they have a testing team at this point. It's kind of embarrassing.
facts. Vic, someone asked in chat, can you ask Victus top 5 bodies he's gonna be smashing in MO2?
I don't know, dude. Kodo. That's it. Like, I'm here for the Kodo action, right? That's my arch enemy, right? Like, I'm gonna fucking be there until those motherfuckers are destroyed. And then once that's done, I'm probably gonna go back to playing fucking Chivalry 2 or some shit, dude. Mortal Online 2 is a dog shit game, man. I've invested in this game for 2 years, bro, and they still haven't given me the thing that I want. I still have to use lances like a fucking baseball bat, right? Blunt lances. They don't even function, dude.
They fixed blunt lances, by the way.
Yeah, they actually did do some stuff. They added the vector
If you
math.
if you make a very specific recipe out of a blunt lance with skateite, right? Maybe you can get a fucking dismount on somebody, right? But your standard run of the mill messing fucking blunt lance, it's not going to do a fucking thing. You're going to hit for like less than 10 damage.
Well, the
Pretty
thing
sure
is
they
that-
fixed that, but I could be
well,
wrong.
Well, the
Hey
thing
man,
is
I was
now they
doing it
changed-
fucking yesterday, bro. I was trying this shit yesterday, trying to figure out exactly what the state of the game is so I could do what I want to do in this fucking game, and it's still not there. Like, sure, they might have buffed MC. I hear I got to use a sword now if I want to do any sort of damage on a mounted fucking combat, or try to figure out how to land a hit with an axe, bro. But I was testing hitboxes with axes, pass it right through their fucking head, and you're gonna hit their horse, or you
Yeah,
aim even higher
it's
than
still
that, you're
clunky.
gonna miss them entirely. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? The one weapon that's supposed to be effective is the lance. It's in a dog shit state. So you go somewhere else, an axe, a fucking hammer, fucking anything else, dude, and you got these stupid ass delayed, like 2.5-second delay swing animations. What the fuck
Yeah.
am I supposed to do with this? It's not. Nobody plays the class, right?
There's
Right.
2 competent players that I've seen playing MC right now, and it has had a resurgence mostly because mounted mage is in such a powerful spot. But you're right. Mounted combat is still clunky as fuck, and if you're playing a mounted character and you have mounted archery, most of the time you're better off with the bow in your hand, which
I'll
is
tell you
unfortunate.
why you play a mounted combat right now is with a lance, and it's to kill a fucking horse, just so you can kill that mounted mage's horse because you're gonna 2-shot it, 3-shot it, whatever. They did great with fucking mount killing with a lance, but as soon as you transition to hitting a play with that fucking lance, you have such diminishing returns. It's almost worth fucking throwing it out and picking up a sword or some shit, dude.
Yep. Yep.
I think the
It's
biggest thing
unfortunate.
they changed was like that they added the vector math, where like if someone's like, it's like adding the the momentum of both players. Like if someone's running away from you, like before you could like tap them on the ass and like destroy the horse, but now you do like no damage. But like if someone's riding into you, you like hit them for like a zillion. But yeah, mostly it's like a two-handed weapon, not other than the lance. Like swords are pretty good.
Hey,
for
I,
playing.
I I recently made a mounted combat dagger, skateite dagger user, and tested that.
Yeah. nice.
Spoiler: it doesn't work very well, but I tested it.
Wait,
Yes.
Kodo's your arch enemy, Vicness? I thought it was the rats, bro.
Listen, man, I waged enough war on the rat population in this game, dude. That shit got so fucking boring. It was the same fights over and over again. You show up, they log out, or they run to the nearest body of water. That's it. That's the
Yeah, but-
gameplay loop for that, dude.
The
You go to
rats
their
are like,
homes, bro, and
Yeah.
they fucking log out right on top of you. It's like, okay,
So what
Dude,
what
the
made
rats
you
are,
hate
like,
waste my
Kodo.
Kodo?
fucking time, dude.
What made you hate Kodo so much that you just want to see them end?
I don't know, man. Fuck him, I guess.
You know what? I think that's a
fuck him, dude.
That's a real famous line right there from Victus. He doesn't know. I think one thing this game has, which is, I mean, you take it as you will, but I think that this game does a lot of like dehumanization of like people, players, guilds, whatever it may be, just so that people can band together and say like, fuck that person. And then you ask, oh, you're like, why fuck that person? And they're like, well, just fuck them. They look funny or they look smug or they smile too much.
I could list off a bunch of fucking reasons, dude. But who get like Kuthara leaks DMs, lies to the general public? I don't know, man. Like he's a fucking douchebag. He comes from a position of this is what you have to do. Nothing else is gonna work. And if you don't do it, we're just gonna siege you. And it's like, okay, dude. I had a conversation that was less than 4 lines and we were at war indefinitely. Right? It was like hey, we're gonna come into your territory and siege Black Team because they put a fucking stronghold up in front of our city. I said, hey, it's not a hostile stronghold, probably a mistake. We'll talk to them. And they're like, no, man, we're just gonna come into your territory and siege their shit. It's like, oh, well, I guess we're at war then. And that's just how that went. Fucking defensive pact out the window, all friendly relations out the window. From that point forward, dude, it was never ending war until one of us goes away. So, and I'm still here for that action, dude. As long as this ACT is around to, push that angle, dude, I'm here for it. I'm here for that.
Okay, that Trubby.
Yeah, you gonna take that, Trubby?
They
fucking
fucked up.
get that.
I mean, hey, like honestly,
Yeah,
I've only ever fought against Legion one time. It was probably my biggest highlight in MO2 was Legion brought the collective down to the jungle. My first big fight,
I saw that fight.
We were,
yeah. The Black
that's
Team
it.
Stronghold, right?
That's it. It was a Black Team stronghold getting built. We went down to help like the Eastern guilds, which I mean, no gripes with them, but at the time, even they said they were a lot of them were just real noobs. And collective brought down big numbers, and it was a huge fight. The server held up. The collective got squashed, and I mean that was the last time I ever saw Legion. But I would say a lot of the OGs, the vets that are not playing at the moment, probably like I don't know, 50, 60 people in Kodo that are waiting for TC, all have fond memories of Legion. They always say like the thing they enjoyed the most was Legion would just come out once a week. We'd bang out and they'd just go home and say GG's. Like a lot of people speak fondly of that. So I got no gripes with Legion. I wish those days had come back. Bang out once a week and go home.
So unfortunately, like I'm not saying I hate the entirety of Kodo, right? Like there are great people in Kodo, right? There are fucking bangers in Kodo, right? It's that same fucking ideology in every fucking guild, right? Everybody's got fucking bangers. They got great people, whatever, dude. But I don't know, from the top perspective, right? Your guild as an entity, I don't know. I got problems, and apparently the rest of the server has problems, dude. So it's fucking it's hands. I don't know, dude. Like, hey, we'll high five at the end of the war. How about that? However it turns out.
Yeah, that's it. And I mean, like I said, to me, it's a video game, right? If people want to, if it's easy enough, if it's easier for people to like just dehumanize a guild or people and just say fuck those people or fuck that guild.
Well,
it's all good for me anyway. I just
come from Kodo, right? Kodo hasn't always been good fights, GG, well played, dude. I've had you motherfuckers in my DMs dehumanizing me, dude. And it is what it is, right? That's just another fucking Tuesday. But it's not like you guys are bulletproof on this, dude. You got, I don't even want to go down that road, right? But Koda's definitely not, the heroes. They're not they're not on the moral high ground here.
They're not
right?
the good guys?
You have the perception of that, right? Because you can push that narrative on a large portion of the player base and you're perceived as, I was there too, man. We were on the moral high ground. Fuck the rats. We killed the hackers. We killed the people throwing racial and homophobic slurs out there, dude. I put myself on those people intentionally.
The Red Wedding.
The fucking Red Wedding, dude. Love that video. But I don't know. I don't think it's dehumanizing, dude. I think it's a war video game, and we're gonna wage war until one of us is gone.
So, Trevor,
I feel
you feel like it's you don't Kodo doesn't warrant the hate it gets, or what? Or it's like just all fake?
I think a lot of it's before my time to speak on. I can't. I'm not trying to speak on the history. I'm just trying to speak on like what I experience in the current. And when I roll around on my untagged Elpro, you can easily have a conversation with fuck Kodo, and then you're like, why? And then I don't know. Someone told me. Well, I mean, bro, like, it's like if someone told you fuck Kodo, and now you're fuck Kodo, if that's not a humanized reason, I don't know.
It's just
So
the
a lot of
culture,
them don't
man.
have-
It's the culture.
They
Yeah.
also have really like skewed perspective. You only have the the time that you've been in the game to perceive the
Exactly.
political atmosphere and shit. This
Of
shit's
course, of
been
course.
not only from Mortal Online Alpha 1, or Mortal Online 2 Alpha 1, right? Since this game's been around, there's been fucking beefs, right? This stems all the way back into Mortal Online 1 as well, dude. Like, I don't know. There are people that I will never forgive for Mortal Online 1. I'll fuck them up in any game I find them in. Killox is one of them, dude. I found his ass in New World and I beat his ass for fucking a week straight until I stopped seeing him. That's just going to exist. And there are people with that mentality from Kodo from MO1 because they did the same bullshit, dude. They were like, it's our way. If you don't like it, we're going to blow your shit up. And they fucking merged with ES at the time. They formed ESCO or some shit. The entire rest of the server said, hey, fuck that. And they blew him up. It was
Hmm.
beautiful, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know, dude.
Vic
I
and
don't think it's
MO2 is
about
like, damn, I should have listened to Vic and MO1. What the fuck?
I think
Yeah,
you've
man.
got a richer history of it, Vic. I'm not trying to say like, say what you're saying is not believable. I'm just saying that in MO2 I think it's skewed out. People just jump on the bandwagon of like Kodo's a Zerg, and then they're like, oh, okay, well let's take 150 people down
Hell yeah,
to
dude.
fight them.
You want to kill a Zerg? Build a fucking Zerg. That was my strat for Mortal Online 2.
Yep. Famous fucking line from Vic. Put 2 guys on this one guy.
Hell yeah,
He
dude.
fucking
One
goes
guy's
down.
beating your ass. What do? You throw another guy on him and he'll fucking die. I bet, dude.
I just think this is just my point of view. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I just think when it comes to like the Kodo hate thing, I think there's 2 common things that like a lot of people dislike, and it's one is like the Kuthara strong arming. I don't know like how he talks to other guilds. I know how he talked to me. It sounds like he did the same thing with Vicness at one point, at least in their relationship, whatever. And, the strong army, like, it gets to people. Like, at first it may work, and then like at another time it may just like piss someone off, and now like they just like hate this person because they realize what he's trying to do to them. And then the other thing is like you could call it zerging, but zerging has such a wide range of fucking numbers in this game. Like 10 people is a zerg if you're fighting like 2 people. You know what I mean? But I just think that outnumbering, advantage like you guys go for, I think that pisses people off. And what are they gonna do against that? They're gonna find other people, like-minded people, and then you get something like fuck Kodo culture where it's like, yeah, they're always outnumbering me. They're always outnumbering you. Let's go fuck them up together. And that kind of like builds that. And I'm not necessarily saying that's always the case. I'm just saying that if someone experienced that enough, that's just their reality. That's their perspective in the game. So I think that's how you end up with that more common perspective or like viewpoint.
Yeah, a lot of it's just surface level. You get that culture because your buddy says fuck Kodo, but you don't have a personal experience with them. But then you have your own personal experience. You're already predisposed to not like them. So it elevates that to the next level because you don't just get you don't get an entire army of people, 100+ dudes, most guilds showing up with less than 10 people, right, to come attack you when these guys normally fight each other if you're not toxic or doing crazy stuff. My personal experience was I got zerged by Kodo. I think I got killed by 15 guys in a 1v15 right outside of Spider Valley. They were talking trash to me as they killed me. So I went into the Discord. I was like, guys, do you find that type of content engaging? Is that fun for you? And the overwhelming response I got from Kodo was, we treat every conflict as if it's war. We have numbers on our side, so we use them. And I don't respect that. And I feel that most people don't respect that mentality in a video game where you're looking to have fun and find good content and good fights. So I jumped on the fuck Kodo bandwagon, and I have a big voice. So a lot of people follow, right?
Who are you? Not sure.
What do you do?
Yeah.
No, I think it's just, to be honest, I think it's just the ego with Kodo. Like if Kodo could have been like the most successful noob guild. Like if they just like were honest and been like, we're skillless, we're gonna like just use numbers, we're not trying to have any ego, like we're just gonna zerg you. It's just gonna be like that, it's the war machine. I don't think people would have a problem with it. I think it's like some ego mixed with, it's like Kuthara ego mixed with like the zerging is like, it's almost like shameless. But it's all, I don't think anyone really gives too much of a fuck.
Well, I don't know. I think some people do. I think those people are.
I mean, kind of, dude. We'll
know.
see. It's
I think those
Some
are
people are weird
the
about it.
quote rats that we smash sometimes.
Rats
The rats, dude.
smash on their
Well,
heads. in
they
video
just get
games,
they
man.
just get a little too hyped up on it, you know what I mean? And they start digging a little too deep. They find, you know what I mean? That's when it gets like, okay, dude, it's just a game. Like, break it down, break it down, break it down.
I think it's gonna be interesting because this ACT thing formed a little early, and we'll see if so many people have pledged their allegiance to kill Coda. If this thing fizzles out, by the time TC comes, they're gonna have a nice long list of targets.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, let's get off the
Yeah,
Kodo.
let's lay off
I don't.
Chubby,
I want
bro.
to. Yeah,
Jesus
let's let
Christ,
Chubby
bro.
breathe. Damn, we give him some space.
Honestly, boys, I don't feel any heat from this. Like,
Alright.
there's no sweat
It's
from
like
me.
this
I'm not-
fucking
yeah, it's
putza
all
guy
good.
just set me up in this ambush.
He's
I'm like,
used
what
to
the
it,
fuck
dude.
is this guy?
He's
doing?
used
Not
to
at
it.
all, bro.
He
He's
gets his
fucking-
face kicked in every day, so
He,
he's
he,
used
he
to it.
dehumanized us.
And I will say this: I've seen some of Chubby's streams, but I gotta say this now that I think about it. Chubby, that fucking clip of you shit yourself. Okay, you probably didn't shit yourself, but when you
It's not
farted,
shit.
dude, that shit was fucking
Dude, that
hilarious. I've
was
seen that
the-
like 100 times. Oh
Chubby,
my
can you clear,
god!
Can you clear up that video? You didn't fart, right?
Oh,
It was
bro,
like-
of course, bro. I ripped
Nah.
it 700 or 8, however many people watch me just rip it. Like what do I?
And the way you just like
Nah,
fix your suit up after, you're just like, yep, just another day.
Look,
He
I'll,
didn't
I'll,
fart.
I'll be real with you guys. I definitely didn't rip it. I have like a window next to me, and unfortunately, like the window makes I guess a fair bit of
Yeah.
it makes a fair bit of noise when you slide it. So
Yeah.
I mean, I can do it right now, but I don't know if
No, I
that'll
believe
prove
it, I
anything
believe
else.
Chubby, would you go that far to
Oh
prove
my
it?
god!
He's like, I'll shit myself right.
Let's hear it.
Oh
Can you do
fuck!
it? Can we get
I need a
Chubby?
can of beans every morning just to always be ready for this question.
One in the
you know?
chamber, dude.
Chubby,
Hell
can
yeah.
you do Chubby, do the sound. Do the sound, Chubby.
Oh, I'm fucking dead.
So what's the next topic? Fucking put some-
Oh fuck! I don't know. Let me pull up my little topic list here. Oh, I did want to ask Chubby. Chubby, is there like any guild that you would just like want to wipe off the map? You know what I mean? Like a specific guild or anything?
Me
Yeah.
personally?
Yeah,
Or,
like,
like-
not Kodo's agenda, but I'm just saying like you, Chubby, you would love to see like Guild X like just fucking gone. You want to seize their shit, all their assets, type shit.
Not really, bro. I mean, as of right now, I've got some people that I guess I dislike a bit more than I dislike others, but I
Yeah,
don't
name
think the game is at a state where I'm like, fuck, wipe a guild off the map. I would like to fight people and have a smash and call it GG's at the end, but I don't think the population's in a state where I can be like, yeah, I want to wipe this guild off the map, because I feel like if I, even if I was in a place to wipe a guild off the map, population, after getting wiped drops, so
Yeah.
I don't have any, like, I guess mortal enemies that I want to see
The other thing
going forever.
I was gonna say is like I have seen some of your streams, and that's how the clip
Hey,
idea
bro.
came into my head. But I've seen you roaming small scale, so I know Kodo doesn't only go out with like 20 whatever. From my point of view, at least, I'm just saying for me. So I know
Yeah.
you do, especially specifically you, at least do like small scale roams and stuff, and you're streaming it. So I mean, even if you had like 10 people, you still have a disadvantage of streaming the shit and hearing comms or whatever. So
Yeah.
so props to that, and keep doing that shit, man, because that's. I
Shit,
missed the fucking Vicness streams. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened to that guy,
Oh
but
man, dude.
fucking roaming streams, like,
Dude,
man.
Victus had the best moral streams ever. He's the best moral streamer ever. I've fucking said that forever. It's like Vicness, and then I don't want to get too fucking crazy. I'd say Vicness number one, maybe Dread too. Man, those old streams are so classic.
Fucking bangers, dude.
Yeah, they're a good time, dude. Used to have fun with that shit. That's whenever I enjoyed Star Vault and I enjoyed the product that they were trying to sell to me, right? I had faith in their design and their path, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like these fucking idiots, dude. As soon as they turn the sub on, I'm fucking out of here, dude. You
Dude, I
kidding
think
me?
that's how everyone was like in beta. Everyone was so hopeful,
Yeah, they had
and
so
then-
much potential, so much direction, and it's like, okay, but you still haven't fixed lances. Okay, but we still don't have a dismount animation. Okay, but Earthquake still doesn't dismount. Okay, there's still no solid formula for, this is your threshold to dismount somebody. You still gotta hit the player. There's still no, collapse a fucking horse animation. We still don't have bull horses, bro. This is all basic bitch shit that should have been in the first week of persistence. It's like, what the fuck, man? And they're gonna charge me a subscription for that, dude? I don't fucking think so, man.
you're paying the sub to wipe Kodo out though, right?
Well, we're supposed to
that's
get a month free, anyways. To be
We'll see,
fair,
dude.
Dude,
we'll
fuck
see if it.
them.
We'll see if we can do it in 30 days, Vic. Huh?
Hell
Vic's
yeah,
got
baby.
30
30
Hey,
days.
you got 30
You
days
might-
countdown.
I was gonna say you might hate us a little bit more when you have to, pay a couple of monthly subs to try and get us done.
Yeah. And there's this fucking siege mechanics they're fucking talking about, like, oh, it's gonna take a week, or oh, you're gonna need to take a resource camp, and then there's a fucking cooldown, then you're gonna have to take another resource camp, and you're gonna have to hold it, and it's like all this tedious bullshit, and it's like, bro, sieging's already tedious enough. I need logistics trains. I need fucking people protecting my siege site. I need fucking forward observation people, right? I need to know player traffic in my fucking area. I gotta have a constant supply of boulders and main cannons that's already enough fucking work, right? That's a headache, and that's going to take 2 to 4 to 6 to 8 hours, right, depending on the siege. Now you're telling me I got to spend a whole fucking week doing this bullshit, dude, just to blow somebody up? I don't know, man. I'm
I
not
don't
very
think-
excited to see what the siege mechanics are going to look like this time around, because I hear it's going to be some bullshit, dude.
Don't get too black pilled, Vic. We haven't seen it yet. We gotta wait. Might be
Yeah.
shit. Probably be.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't
I'm
know.
not excited for TC at all. I
I'll
think
tell
it's
you
going
what,
to hurt the
though.
game.
After this war, we'll know exactly what the fuck you're going to need to blow up a keep, dude. I can promise that. We're gonna know exactly what we have to do to win a war by the time this fucking bullshit's done, dude.
Listen,
Yeah.
whoever gets John Oldman wins. That's all.
I never
Oh,
played
guy
MO1,
famous
but
for-
I'm in the camp that I've played a lot of Rust, like a ridiculous amount of Rust. And if anybody, I'm sure you guys have also played a little bit, realized that it took them years, almost as long as Mortal's even been around, for them to nail down a good rating mechanic to make it not to just balance it basically with weekly wipes and monthly wipes sometimes, and to maintain the fallacy that Star Vault is going to go live with a balanced, good TC system out the gate without even running. They've talked about TC PTR, but this game doesn't even have a fucking PTR, which is a giant joke. So what happens when TC comes out? All these people that are coming back for TC log in their house that has decayed. It's completely gone. Realize most of their progress is reset. See the Kodos and all the other big groups that have been playing and maintaining and building resource, and have the extra resources and capabilities to wipe somebody off the map, even if they don't even like them that much. Not even like a hate-filled thing, just like they're kind of annoying. We have so much fuck off resource, we're just going to remove you. It's just going to hurt the game. It's going to drive pop down because they're going to fuck it up. I have zero confidence that they're going to come out with a good TC system out the gate, especially without testing it thoroughly ahead of time.
Yeah, that's why they needed it at launch, because then everything was on like an even playing field. But now you're gonna have like a bunch of, like, even Trubby said they have like 60 people coming back just in Kodo. You know what I mean? So imagine outside Kodo, other guilds, players, probably entire communities are waiting for sieging because it's like the bread and butter of the game. They're gonna come in. Sure, maybe TC has its own currency or whatever that Henrik said, but it doesn't matter if you put Guild A, who has 100 siege tokens but has 100,000 gold in their bank, versus Guild B, who has 100,000 siege tokens but has 100 gold in their bank. Who do you got to put your money on is going to win that war? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
The siege tokens might buy you the man cannon, but what about all the other shit, all the other logistics? The horses, the armor, the weapons. That's what really matters, and that's not going to change. That's why I was so pro wipe for pretty much since launch, really. But you know what I mean? Like they have to like figure out a way to somehow like even keel the system. Otherwise, it's going to be like what Demo Man said. It's just going to be a lopsided thing. And then you're going to have guilds like Kodo that like are pretty much either going to have to pull their punches or they're going to kill the game. What's going to happen?
Exactly. They have a really unique opportunity right now. And you guys are kind of big voices in the community too. And if we could try to rally people to the same cause, I think that we could flip his mind on it. But right now, the timeline looks like they're gonna release TC ahead of the UE5 launch. So that gap there is probably going to be a couple months. That's going to be enough time for the game to flesh out and blow their load that they've been building up for TC and figure out what works and what doesn't. And then they could do a full wipe for UE5. Then you go live. I think
he's
that
anti-wipe. I think
he's anti-wipe, but the majority of the population wants it, right?
Doesn't fucking matter, dude. Henrik will
Yeah,
never allow a wipe for Mortal Online ever.
That's
So
it.
there's a way that he can do it, and I've actually been told the opposite because I've been talking with Clean and stuff like that, and I have screenshots of Henrik kind of doubling back on some of that stuff, just because he's got a big voice telling him otherwise. And the way that they can do it, and that
Fuck
he can
me.
save face because he said 100 times that he's never wiping, right? The way that he can do it is region lock servers for UE5. You leave the legacy server up, you have fresh start servers, so that way you can get rid of the ping issues that everybody complains about and build those communities like every other MMO on the planet that has region lock servers. And then if for some reason you're in love with the one server idea and you want to do that in Mortal Online 3 when technology is good enough that you can do it without massive issues.
Yeah, I'm not
But-
gonna
I mean,
lie. That sounds like
consider-
shit.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I have to go on is the fact that they've had another game that has existed for a very long time, 12 years plus, right? And there have been crusades where like 75% of the player population is like, we need to wipe. This is fucked up. We need to, and motherfuckers were getting banned. Motherfuckers were getting shut up. They blacklisted the word wipe in that Discord indefinitely. I think it's still black. I don't even think you could still say the word wipe. Try
I
it out.
trust them.
Fuck. I don't know. But yeah, they've shut that down, and such greater efforts were made for wipes that have been just hard stopped. So who knows, dude? Maybe this big fucking voice or whatever can fucking whisper in his ear and he'll pull the
So
trigger on
there's
the wipe.
so there's
I-
one
I-
catalyst that changed that, and that was launch. You have 10,000 people trying to log into this game. They can't log in, and you have news articles coming out left and right saying people sitting in 72-hour queues. That is disgustingly bad if you're
Yeah,
if you're the
that's-
leading this game.
That's nothing new for Starvault.
He's like,
They've
get in line,
had
son.
fucking Mortal
Yeah.
Online 1 nightmare fucking issues every single patch, every single expansion, just nothing but issues, right? Mortal Royale, I doubt you've even fucking heard of it. We sat in the queue for an insane amount of time. All the that game, dumpster fire, right?
You kidding me for Royale?
Some fucking
True.
kitten game, bro. I never even played it, but I goddamn guarantee you there's bullshit issues with that one's launch and shit. And we get Mortal Online too. Nothing but fuck. They just fuck it up. One time they made a patch, a whole fucking city disappeared. There's nothing but a big
Oh,
ass
yeah,
hole in the
dude.
ground, bro.
They deleted
It's like-
Moki.
And you want them to employ
God.
multi-level server systems to, facilitate massive amount of people playing the game. These fucking idiots aren't going to do any shit
No,
like
that's
that.
not what I'm
dude.
saying. I'm saying North America, EU, and
Yeah,
OS have
yeah.
region lock servers.
I mean,
So these are separate to the main server. That
You
say
have the
now, right?
main you just so he can save face. You say we're leaving the main server up, the legacy server. You want to play on that server? We're not wiping any of that. We have a North America server for UE5. We have an EU one, and they're all region locked. Guess what's going to happen? Who wants to play on the old ass server with the ping issues where everybody's already way ahead of you and has tons of resources, or who wants to go to the new server where you can play with your fucking boys?
Yeah, who wants to play on the 50-player Oz server? Fucking
Yeah, boys.
nobody.
Yeah, well,
Fucking
you
no.
know what I mean.
Come to AU. Let's zerg out with all 50.
goddamn oceanic servers, dude.
Dude, they just need mats to fucking write some lore up, The fucking the little ants came back, the Tagmatons say, fuck you guys up again. Have to wipe everything.
Yeah,
If you-
yeah.
if
The
you-
ants,
if
the
you look
ground
at
opened up. Yeah.
If you look at everything through the lens of I've been running an MMO for 10 years that has a population of under 100 people logging in, all of Henrik's design decisions make sense. But with the launch of MO2, he had the potential there to get out of that rut of a completely dead MMO, basically. And that's why I think that he can change his mind on certain things like that. Right there, the potential was there. They squandered it, and in a couple months, they're going to have that potential again with their relaunch.
Yeah, but
So-
the game
I think-
designs, like he's got a bunch of continents. He got a little, those are the other servers. They just haven't gotten around to making fucking whatever the little lore continents are.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think there is some potential in what you're saying. I think the way it would have to, I mean, the only way I see something like that getting through is if they do those other servers, but they wipe them at points in time, right? Because that way, people from the new servers will eventually want to trickle to the main, right? People, if it wipes, let's say every 3 months or however so often it may be, that encourages people to say, okay, well, I've played the game for like 2 wipes on like, this additional server that's on. Now I want to play like where the actual big boys play that never wipes. And
Are you
in
saying-
between that, they build their wealth. They might get wiped off the 3 monthly wipe server in a month. You know what I mean? The resources they might get wiped off, and then they say, okay, well, I don't want to get wiped off a server again. I'm just going to go build my bank up
Yeah.
in the actual legacy one. That would work.
What
I
you're
could see that
describing
working.
is exactly what Crowfall did, and I think it worked. But the opposition would say Crowfall's a dead game. So it's a give and take. But
Hendricks-
making it seasonal, I would weirdly be in favor of that if you sped up certain things like spiritism progression, like necro, like all the bullshit grinds in the game that people. The basic question is, do people macro this? And if the answer is yes, then you speed that progression up like crazy so that you can have progression. And then you have the same thing that Tarkov has every couple months, where your boys are all logging in. All right, what are you playing for this wipe? What are you playing for this wipe? And then you set your goal, right? Imagine getting fulmination scroll or whatever, getting a fucking super valuable scroll at the beginning of a wipe.
Dude, Hendrick's
the
not gonna
value of
wipe
it.
the game. You think he's gonna do seasons? Come on,
Dude, imagine doing any of
He'll-
this shit. They're never gonna do anything.
Hendrick, don't wipe
Yeah,
the
I
game
mean,
just
hey.
once. Wipe it like fucking every 6 months, bro. What are you doing?
The legacy
Hendricks
server will still
blinding.
exist, right? So he'll save face on. He'll never actually wipe the legacy server.
Yeah,
that would
but
be up forever.
he's never. I don't. Even, he's never gonna do another server because he's just gonna split his
Yeah.
1500 pop down the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
One
and he was
server's just
never going to
die
do
off.
alt servers either, right? He was never going to do alt servers
But what if he's not gonna split
until
his
thousands of
servers?
people are trying to log in and the press is breathing down his neck and his game is fucking exploding.
Yeah, but
So he changes his mind when things are dire.
I mean, I would love for it to wipe, but I don't know. I don't like the seasons idea personally. That's where I chimed in, I guess. But I would love for the game to wipe. Shit, man, and unban me. Great too. But.
I think additionally, it's not going to be a wipe per se, right? I think a lot of people look at it and say, oh, it'll split the population. Most of the people that play on Legacy will continue to play on Legacy. They might hop on the seasonal servers, I don't know, once or twice every so often. But most of the people that play the Legacy are going to want to stay there. The people that will come back or come new to the game will try those like Legacy servers out and see if the game's actually for them, It brings a new population in. It's not just about, keeping the same population and chopping it up.
Dude, none of shit's ever gonna happen.
Yeah, true, true.
Yeah, it's probably not. It's probably not.
We would-
Yeah.
Hendricks
yeah, it would
listening
be
to this shit
interesting,
right now,
but-
laughing.
The one thing
Bro.
that is plausible is a wipe for UE5 launch.
These
That would be-
exact same conversations happened already, bro, in the first game. Like this has already been like discussed and thought out and presented, and like we've already been there. And look what happened. All we can do is form our opinions based on what's already fucking happened, what they've already proven that they're gonna, react these certain ways to these things. And every fucking time they've done the dumbest thing, right? Not even like the modularly successful thing or like the smart thing, just the dumbest fucking option. And they've taken it and they've run with it every time, dude. So I don't know what you can do to make Henrik, see reason on some of this shit. He's never
Well-
fucking listened to me, dude.
We'll see on the TC release or UE5 release when because I think we'll probably get over probably around 5K. Definitely all servers are going to be required. I wonder if he puts them back up or what, because if they wiped, we'd have way too many people. Like I think there was a queue today. There's a queue today at like 1,500 people.
Yep, there's a queue.
So
I mean, that's pretty.
You had
bad,
1,500
though.
people?
Yeah, that's
yeah,
pretty-
there's 1,532 today peak. So and then there's a queue. So
I mean,
we'll see how.
I think there's a lot more people that would like to play this game that don't even know it exists.
Yeah.
And they're obviously not pushing because the server capacity can't handle it. Reality is server technology is only so good. And this game weirdly does node line handoff stuff better than most other games. But you can only fit like we had 200 people outside of Meduli last night and it was playable, but it was laggy. What happens if you have 400 people? What happens if you have 600 people? What happens if 600 people are just standing in town? Right? So it doesn't scale. The map is not built to scale. This game is basically the same size as like a large Arma map, right? So you can't fit 10,000 people onto this map comfortably. There's not enough to do. There's not enough resource. There's not enough like literally
Well, it's-
elbow room.
It's not made to, right?
Well, first of all,
It's not made to.
this game is built for 100,000 players, and we will sell
Fuck
for nothing
off.
less.
Okay. They're talking about this game with all of its fucking continents and all,
Yeah.
the end goal here, where you have the oceanic biome, you got motherfuckers sailing between continents, you got, 5 different massive continents with completely different, political atmospheres and shit and whole reasons to be there.
Okay.
So I
Well,
feel like
supposed to be-
hold on,
like,
hold on.
to cut-
Let's just assume there's 20 different biomes, continents, whatever, all together, right? 20, 25. I'll give you 25. Vic, what's 25 times 1,500? Is that 100,000? No. So we will settle for nothing fucking less, young man. Okay?
Well, okay.
Hey,
he
we'll
said
see, dude. We'll see.
they're trying. They said. I think Henrik said they want the Mirland to get up to 5K. So I'm assuming 5K on each. But even 25K is not anything crazy. Fucking gaming, but yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, what happens when Summit starts streaming this game and 50,000?
Dude,
he
he's
fu-
not even going to be able to get in. All of his
Asmongold
viewers are going to beat him
Right.
to the login.
let me
It's like
Yeah.
when Asmongold
Yeah.
streamed it, dude. He had a fucking teleporting Springbok on his screen.
Oh, I
Yeah,
saw
it's-
that.
Said
Yeah.
shit
Let me
game,
tell
and
you.
every all 40,000 people said, "Hey, shit game," and that was that, dude.
Yep.
That was fucking hilarious.
I mean, there's other games like Demo was saying earlier. Like I played Rust for a long time, and there was a moment where people were like, "Hey, fuck Rust, bro! Like I'm never playing this shit." And
Wait.
I mean, look at the rise up from the ashes in that game.
Didn't Lyric play this game for like a little bit and like
Like,
had a really
yeah.
good time or some shit at one point?
Yeah, he's just running around VoIPing.
There's a couple people that are pretty big in the community that remain voiceless because they don't want to promote this game, at least in its current state. The reality is this game has some of the best bones of any game, and I think a lot of us in here are frustrated because the game has so much potential that is just thrown away by stupid decisions.
I think
'Cause
that's I
there's-
think that's accurate.
There's nothing else out there on the market. If you want to play a game like this, there's nothing else like it. It doesn't exist.
True.
We got
Nothing
Resident Evil
modern, at least.
Big true.
mod.
Yeah, what are they gonna fucking relaunch Darkfall again, dude? Like,
Yeah,
holy
Dark
shit.
Souls 10. We're going. I'm serious. It's in like a few months or something.
I
don't
tried
know.
to play that. That game looks like dog shit. I couldn't get into
Game was fun one time. It was when it first came out. Every iteration of it since then, dude. I don't know what the fuck they don't get about it. Like it was a game made in what 2005, and they're still trying to bring it back in 2020. It was dumb as
Juice
shit,
it.
dude.
They're
It's
just
like
juicing.
make a new fucking game, man. But this trope is, I don't know, difficult. Nobody's really landed on that winning like Ultima Online, and everybody's been trying to fucking duplicate it ever since. You know what I mean?
I just
So-
don't think it's a winning module. Module? I don't know what the fuck we're
Formula.
yeah, formula. Because like
Dumbass. Sorry.
because when like as soon as CG comes in, I think a lot of people are kind of like it's gonna be like 50-50 whether or not this kills the game. Like if sieging actually works the way it's supposed to, it's probably gonna kill the game. And then now on top of that, we're gonna have subs. So that is just like all the shit all in one. It's so like hit or miss whether or not like the game's gonna last after that and how many people are playing and shit. But I don't know. It's hard to design a game like Rust that doesn't wipe, that's fully focused on like PvP territory control, because people will quit when they lose their shit, when they feel like their time was wasted over the past month or so. Like, and it's it's understandable. It's like, well, shit, I just put a month into my house, and fucking whoever came up and just fucking wiped me off the map, and me and my boys were a little fucking demoralized. We're gonna log out, and we don't want to keep paying a sub if we're not really playing like full on. So let's just go discontinue the sub, and then they're not playing anymore. They found probably something else to play or something. That brings
If
honor.
you've played Rust seriously, and you're 3 or 4 days into wipe and you lose everything, how often do you log back in to rebuild? You just wait for the next wipe. That's what everybody does. Wipe day is hype. Wipe day is exciting. You're totally right.
Yeah,
If
but
people
how do
start,
you-
if you can just erase everybody's progress to 0, then nobody's coming back.
I mean, if Mortal Online 2 played even remotely like Rust, as far as the gameplay loop and the wipe schedule and shit, I'd probably never touch it again, dude.
I agree.
I
agree.
really like the one server, whole world. There's a whole fucking world. We're playing on the same server, right? People across the Pacific and shit, and we're waging war against each other. I think that's fucking dope as shit. No loading screens, like real immersion, first person locked, right? Like you said before, the fundamentals of this game are fucking badass, and you hope and you pray, hey, they succeed, they figure it out. We haven't gotten that. We never got that in the first game.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
don't know,
true.
man. How much love and support can you give to this fucking company when they continually shit down your throat and ask you to be thankful for it, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Does
Totally.
Trubby work for?
I mean,
sub?
yeah. Do I work for Starvault?
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh.
We all
Yeah.
work for Starvault, dude. Testing their
Yeah.
fucking games.
We're the
as a team
playtesters.
now.
I was gonna say, bro, you were a playtester until
Doing a
the bag
podcast.
alert.
I was a
about their
volunteer,
game.
man. All right. Well, let's keep it moving here, I guess. I
Next
wanted to
topic.
hear. We'll probably wrap it up after we get through everyone's response on this. But I just want to hear everybody's like best memory, like if it's a story, a battle, an interaction. End on maybe like a good note after shitting all over Starvault and Chubby's chair. I don't know who would like to start. Does anyone have like something that just boom, this a moment?
Yeah, I don't have any singular moment, right? I've had a lot of great ones. We all know. No,
On
I'm kidding,
stream.
I'm kidding. Yeah, anytime we'd group up in a big ass mass, right? And we'd fucking start traveling somewhere. Just that travel, I don't know, was the sickest thing to me. It was like, yeah, we're big ass war band. We're about to go fuck a lot of people up, dude. And it was just sick. I love seeing that. I love having fucking 60, 80 dudes on my screen marching to some city to fucking sack it and kill everybody inside, bro. That's some of the sickest gameplay I've ever had.
What?
Like the Gall Core raid?
Hell yeah, dude. Just like the Gall Core raid. We all know how that ended. You guys got one. Congrats, dude.
Yeah. Hundreds of fucking dudes on the screen. Let's go.
Yeah.
I like stabbing horses at the stable, man. I don't know.
It was wholesome. We'll just put it like that.
It was
very
wholesome having 80 dudes
wholesome
around you.
slaughter, dude.
Oh, the
Loved
GK? Oh, yeah. That was rough, man. Oh, what's your best moment? Come on, dude.
Best moment of MO2?
Yeah.
Let me think. I haven't been in the game too long, but I feel like this game has so many memorable moments, but you fucking don't remember. You just can't think of them. Let me think. Skip me. Let me think. I want to get a good answer.
Okay. Grubby, Demo, you guys got a memory?
Got a couple. I'm trying to determine which one I want to share. It was really, really fun running the Necro Dungeon and kind of being the big dog out there for a bit. But the thing that kind of sold me on the game and wanted me to play more, because I actually did play this in beta and I thought it was a giant pile of dog shit. But I happened to get laid off from my job the week that this game launched, so I was like, I'll try it again. But I was brand new to the game, looking for a guild, and I bumped into a guy from 7 in Fabrinum, and I had no idea who they were. And I was like, hey, are you guys recruiting? Because we had done something together. And he was like, yeah. You can join. I joined their Discord. They're like, oh, we're out in Morinkur. I was like, I don't know what that is, but I'm going to get a horse. And I got a horse and I rode, 45 minutes to get to MK, figuring it all out. And that was fun in itself because I'm the type of guy that plays DayZ and has fun. And I get to MK and they're like, oh, there's somebody camping the pass right now. We need to, radio in and make sure that you're good. I go into the pass and a bunch of guys come out and stop me and they're like, you the guy? I was like, yeah, I'm the guy. They're like, okay, you're good. Go on in. So I got past the roadblock that they were running, and that just blew my mind that was an organic interaction with players. That's something that other games script. They get NPCs to, pull you over, bandits to pull you over, that type of shit. But that was organic players stopping me from doing that. And I thought that was the sickest moment ever. And I got into MK and realized it was a giant shithole, and I left the guild the next day. But it was a fun experience.
Hell yeah, dude. Roaming around making motherfucking like onesies and twosies, sing you a song just to not kill him, bro. That shit was fun as fuck.
Yeah, that roadblock does sound badass.
Sing me a
Run into
song.
dudes and then being like, give us the cash or you're dead.
Your
Got the
puts
golden ticket. I like that.
I know mine. Is that Mines of Moria fight?
Oh,
That was
yeah.
pretty epic.
That was sick, bro.
That was like full role play fucking fight, but it wasn't like scripted,
Tell the story. 'Cause I don't
Story?
think certain people are gonna.
No. So we found a bunch of North Order, or someone found a bunch of North Order at the Minnows dungeon, doing the Minnow King or some shit. And then they changed the dungeon on launch. So there's like this big land bridge, or this big bridge basically, and looks like from Lord of the Rings. So fucking Dumbledore fought the Balrog.
Motherfucker, did you say Dumbledore?
I,
Get this man out of here. Get him out.
dude, I tell that to Zero every time, and he's like, "Shut the fuck up." Anyway, yeah, it's like a land bridge, and we found a bunch of people there, or Nightmare. I think it was Nightmare that found a bunch of people there, and some North guilds came. It was like Nightmare, Nightfall, and Carney, and we just fucking went, and they were across the bridge. There's one side of the bridge, and they're on the other side, and they had like North was dog shit, but it was hilarious because they had like archers along this like bridge, and they're actually like owning us. Like we tried to pass through the bridge, and like one of our guys fucking died. Like so, and they had like fucking turtles along the entrance, and it was sick. And we actually couldn't push them. So like we went back, we like healed up, we rested a guy, we like had the fucking mages trade our augmers their shields, and like the augmers went in with fucking shields, and we had to like bash the fucking front line because we couldn't move them. So like the augmers like bashed the front line, and we basically just killed them. But it was like the lighting and the scenery and the whole scenario was really cool. But other than that, I'd say like my favorite mode is just meeting people, like the meeting certain people in this game. Like that's definitely the highlight of the game for me. A lot of cool people in the game.
Definitely met a lot of cool people in this game that I'll probably play other games with and shit for sure.
Name them.
Name them? Oh fuck.
Oh,
Well, I hope,
yeah,
well,
see,
me
yeah,
and Vic have
a lot.
actually played other games together at least once or twice. I know we played PlanetSide.
We played PlanetSide.
Hmm?
Like
Holy
one
shit,
time.
dude.
Yeah, we did it on stream. We both got like
Don't
0
name
fucking
drop me,
viewers.
Putin.
What? What the fuck?
Your name's
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I don't know, man. Dude, there's a lot of people from like AC. Like,
I like a lot of people. You only name Vic. Come on.
well, Blood,
about,
Gak. I play all sorts of shit with my officer from AC, Gak. There's Renmar. There's Ghost. There's Pizza Party.
Okay.
Bunch of people. I don't know.
What about you, Vic?
Glitchiness. I want to play with Glitch. I've been trying to connect with this motherfucker.
Yeah, I'll hook you up. What about you, Vic? Who are some of the favorite people you've met in the game?
I don't fucking like any of you people, dude.
Not us. What about Bowden, bro?
No, I mean
Bowden?
like all of
Oh.
you, like in general, everybody
okay.
I've ever met, dude.
Yeah, this is the
Fuck
roleplay
all of you,
character.
dude.
yeah,
No, there's some dope people for sure. Bowden, he's a legend for sure. I'd never fucking talk to the guy or see him these days, but guy definitely has probably crushed more Kodo skulls than any other single player in the fucking game. So I don't even need to look into that, dude. Go look at his YouTube channel.
Has he? Every
Go
time I
look at
see
his
it,
fucking YouTube channel,
he's
dude.
dying,
Bad
dude.
Man Laser Mouse.
I know. I
You
see.
know
I
why
saw
he's dying, bro? Because they know. They know if they don't grip Bowden, he's gonna grip them. So they're doing their fucking best to take him out of every fucking fight he's in, dude. Watch his videos.
I watched the videos. He goes in first. He says, "Shut the fuck up. Walk with Bowden." He goes
Hell
to.
yeah.
He's like the first one out, and they all T-lash him. He instantly dies.
Hey,
Like,
sometimes it goes down like that, dude. Sometimes.
dude,
but-
I'm not even joking. Every time he's the first one in, instantly dies, and then the fight die doing damage. I guess.
There's a video
I think
out there on his YouTube channel. It's where we took the the fucking collective to Meduli. And there's like, I don't fucking remember our numbers. It was big. We had a lot of fucking people. And we went out to Meduli, waited for Kodo to get comfortable enough to push us, and they pushed us. We wiped them all the way back to the guard zone. They rallied again. We gave them, their little bit of space they needed. They came back out again. We pushed them all the way back into the guard zone, killed them all. Then we took all their stuff, started hiking up the fucking hill towards Tendrum, because we were going to go get our PvP elsewhere, dude, if they stopped coming out. So they came all the way back out again. We fucking turned, banged, wiped them a third time, and then we walked all the way back to Integrity Keep, dude.
Fuck yeah.
And that was like massive, massive fucking battle. And it's just sitting on his YouTube channel, dude.
Yeah, I keep
Speaking
watching
of, I
5v5
think-
versus TC.
Speaking
What
of,
you
I
guys
think
say?
something like that is about to happen. So if you're
Yeah.
interested in fighting, I'm getting a whole lot of chatter
Oh.
right now that fucking round 2 is going to go down today. So
I think it's time,
Yeah.
Vicness. Someone give Vicness a Mulva stat.
Mulva.
I
Get-
think
get
just
smashed on
just
a
touching
Mulva.
on back quickly about my favorite moment is
Yeah,
probably back that like I was telling you guys earlier about that fight in the jungle. I think the classic 4-hour wait for the collective to get a group together, Legion to
Oh.
come out and eventually turn up. Because obviously until that point, it was just a myth that Legion took 4 hours to turn up. But on that day, they were true to form. I think it was like 4 hours and 20 minutes, 4 hours and 30 minutes, and then they
Intentional.
turned up just down near Block T or Moki, whatever it was. And yeah, that was like my first big fight. Up until that point, it had just been little ragtag skirmishes, little things. And when I joined this game, like the seeing like the big battles go down and the big fights. I was like, oh my god, I need to be in one of those before I stop playing this game. And after being in one of those, I was like, win or lose, I always want to be in as many of these as I can because it's a feeling like no other. Sometimes you turn around and you're like, yeah, the names are all friendly, and then there's other times where you turn around and you're like, they ain't a friendly face around. Yeah, I'm a little bit too deep. So I mean, it's always a good time. Those are the moments,
We've been having those big fights for a long, long time. Well, everybody was fucking bitching about their small team, fucking elite PvP or PvP, dude.
That's
We were
foul.
we were fighting fucking 60, 80, 100 people in the battlefield going to Meduli, dude.
Hell yeah.
Slam fests. Those things are badass.
Orgies, even.
Yeah, you don't see too much of that anymore.
What do you mean?
Except
Just
for like the
don't?
other day, right? Yeah.
No, it's pretty
But-
common. It's like every month, I'd say. There's
Every month.
a mega
You
fight.
get
We used to
one
do that
fight a
shit once
month.
a week. It was on a fucking schedule. Once a week, dude. We were doing this.
Oh, don't
shit.
say schedule.
Yeah, but-
Oh shit. Oh, here we go.
But there's way more back then. Way more people. I think now. I mean, we'll see. Man.
Seems like Friday nights are pretty popping. Coda likes to do their roams around that time. Activities up, pop is up. Like shit goes down on Fridays. As far as I've seen.
You gotta catch Coda on their peak time, or else they're scared.
I don't know. They ran from a fight yesterday before
Oh,
the
shit.
actual fight
Here we
happened.
go again.
Fucking dog.
I mean,
Sorry,
they have
Trevor.
the same mindset as, like a lot of people aren't going to push unless they feel confident, right?
Yeah.
And if
Yeah,
you're down on
100%.
numbers, you're not going to push, especially Kodo, dude. I've never seen Kodo push a fight outnumbered. That's just, from personal experience. But there are
Obvious.
very few guilds out there that'll be like, oh, you just went to bang? Then let's go fight. Yeah, fucking name one. Name one guild
I
that
mean,
does that.
from what I've heard, like just
mean,
same as Demo's saying, a big thing's coming right now. But apparently, from what I've heard, Kodo just smashed. What is it? ATC, CAT. I don't know whatever they call themselves. Apparently, they just smashed all of like 40-man group with like 30 of them outside of Intake Keep. So I mean, that's
Hell yeah.
outnumbered, not on our territory, and
Well,
Respect.
the
that, man.
CAT went running. That's what I
I
heard,
see
though.
these trends.
CAT. Now it's
That's
cat.
just what I heard, though.
Oh wait, I don't know what he
Just
called it,
hearsay,
bro. I
bro.
don't-
It's hearsay.
It's act.
I'm not
It's
there
act.
yet.
Just say
I'm not
act. We
there.
don't have to spell it out every time. It's act. ACT.
Yeah.
Wait till you
act.
see Vicness on a mobile kid. Fucking skulls get crushed.
Act, okay.
In a
Act.
video game.
I'll put
In
that
the
in my
video game.
notebook
video
to
game.
remember it's act.
Listen, no cap. That's actually like the best abbreviation name for a treaty. Like we're acting, on Kodo's shit. You know what I mean? Like it's actually a
What?
pretty good name.
Did you just pick that up or something, dude?
No, I'm saying I'm
just kidding.
pointing it out. You
just
guys
found
can't even fucking spell it right. Like what are you doing?
Yeah, he's trying to make
TC
Spelled it out.
ACT.
Demo spelled it right.
I think that was the whole idea behind naming it ACT.
Right.
Or act.
And you know what you can't have? You can't have
What? A
act
band
without
player?
AC. And I'm just gonna leave it there, boys.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Does anyone have anything else they want to say, real quick before we end it?
Honestly, I mean, all I just want to say is like always, whatever happens in the game, it stays in the game for me, boys. So
Oh yeah.
on the
Same.
field,
Yeah.
in the Discord, whatever it may be, win, lose, draw, whatever, good fights all the time.
What about you, Demo Man? Parting
Got-
word.
I've got one screenshot to share.
Green.
Screenshot.
Yeah,
I'm
we asked
scared.
screamers, dude.
Do I
He's
have
about
to
to share the
screen this
screenshot.
shit?
where he tried to
It's in-
trade gank me, bro.
It's in
Where he tried to
the
scare me.
screenshots channel. I don't know this Discord very well,
Oh.
but it's
Oh,
from
sure.
last
Oh,
night. It's from
no,
last
dude.
night.
It's
There's
Chubby
a-
getting gripped.
Oh no!
Damn, Chubby.
You thought he took the high
Bad
road. Look at this man. Oh shit, dude.
I thought he was gonna screenshot where he tried to trade gank me in Bhakti for some trinkets.
Ooh.
Oh
You're
my
trying to scam me. I
God.
thought that was gonna be the one you pull up, bro.
That's true.
No,
Dude.
no. Unlike you, I actually pull up content that's within the last 24 hours.
Demo Man, you were a scammer. That is fact, right? You
Oh,
tried to
shit.
scam.
Scammer,
I
bro.
tried trade ganking Trubby. It's the only time we've ever tried trade ganking anything. We failed.
Trade
Spec-
ganking. That's
We failed spectacularly because we don't do it ever.
That's
And you know
pretty-
how much it's affected us?
Huh. 0. I don't know.
There was the only time it's ever affected us. I inquired about buying Legion's Keep, ironically, and
Ooh.
I forget who it was. Some cringe lord sent me like a paragraph about how I'm untrustworthy or something, and that's the only, that's the only time that it's ever
Listen,
affected me.
That's
They didn't even
ACT
get a
key.
number from you, dude?
Yeah, how much?
What number did you
Oh,
get?
the opening offer that I got or request that I got was like 300K, more than
What?
double
Vic,
what
the fuck,
what
dude?
Crimson was
Vic,
going
you
for.
can be rich.
So-
You gotta hit that 100K.
So, yeah.
Dude, is that
So
my
of course I
paycheck
didn't
right
take
there,
that
dude?
fucking. I didn't even take that conversation seriously. He sent me like a paragraph about, and one of the points was, "You're a trade ganker." Da 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 da. So I didn't even respond because 300K was not even close. Double
much-
double
how
what the
much?
previous keep sold for.
Yeah.
What?
Who are you
How much-
talking to
like-
from Legion? Either I'm so. Is this
Yeah.
Bowden? Who are you talking to?
Probably no. It's probably.
Not gonna
PC
say the
or-
name because I'm talking
I
shit
feel
on
like
him, but-
Legion's probably one of the
Best
one
keeps?
of, if not in the top 3 most high value keeps, though, right? Like
You
you
think
know,
so?
it's a good
Oh,
position.
yeah.
Tactically easy to defend. I mean,
No,
like
it's
two-
it's
got a lot going for
arguably
it.
it's arguably top 3, definitely top 2 best.
You think
keeps in
so?
the
I
game.
think GK, Sausage Lake. What else? What's
All
the other
about
one?
positioning, dude.
If
Who
you're
the
an
fuck are you gonna
active
have a
guild that
keep all the way up
goes,
in GK, dude?
yeah, exactly. If you want to be where the bang is, where the new content is, Legion Keep is equidistant to everything, so it's the best.
Yeah,
So
man,
what-
I
You can
march the
reach-
same amount of time and I can touch anybody on the map instead of
Yep.
going from fucking GK down to jungle camp, which is going to take you 2 hours plus, dude. Moving fucking anything more than 20 people. Yeah,
But I
fuck
mean,
all that.
nowadays, who really runs from GK to jungle, right? I mean, surely by now most people have stuff in every bank. If you want to go somewhere, you just kill, ghost over, get the job done, right? I don't know. I don't know
GK
if
is dead as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know if like running from somewhere is the biggest value. I think, you know, tactically, when Sieging comes out, I think Legion's probably in a really good spot to
Well,
defend themselves.
Yeah, they have a
Keep
moat.
anyway, right?
They have their own
Yeah, they have a
moat, bro.
moat.
Yeah, that's it.
Wait
Literally.
till the boats come in. I mean, maybe they'll be. In
Oh
trouble.
shit, the boats,
Bro,
Victus.
let me tell you,
Yeah.
if you can build boats in this game, I'm gonna build a fucking navy out on Sausage Lake. And I'm gonna go up and down these little rivers, just firing on any fucking body I can see, dude.
No, it can always stay
still
in the lake. You
ballistas?
can't go up rivers, bro. Have you seen these rivers? You can always stay in
Yeah,
the
some of
lake.
them are fucked. I'll just sail those shits in a circle, dude, all goddamn
He's
day.
gonna have like a ballistas on the outside, you know.
Yeah, imagine if
360.
they made a deep enough river connecting from Sausage Lake all the way out to the western waters by Meduli.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Imagine, dude. That'd be
That
sick.
could be
But
like the faster
you'll never
travel,
see
you know?
it. It'll never get added, right? That would just be really sick if Starvault did
They
that.
would have to delete someone's house now, pretty much, probably to
Wait,
do
demo. So 200K for Legion Keep or what?
No, man. We'll talk. We'll talk later.
it.
Well, I don't know.
He's
How
taking
much
that
you asking for
300
demo?
deal. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna have 100K now. Fuck
Yeah,
this
man,
shit.
somebody else already said it. 300K is the minimum.
Yeah,
What?
he set the
That's too
standard. He
much.
wanted you to say it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
that's
laughably
like-
high.
I think it's the Trump, tactic.
Auction
Yeah.
start now,
I mean,
boys.
I
There
think
might
when
be like
I
that.
think when
Listen,
we
listen,
I
listen,
think when
listen.
we I think when
Listen.
the conversation happened, I converted it to real world equivalent. It was like 15,000, $10,000 or $15,000 US. Like,
Sounds
No.
worth
So
Sounds
check it
about
out.
right.
Just because it
No.
was mine
yeah.
puts that price tag of 300,000 on it right there, dude.
Oh, the name.
Mm,
Just
got
because it
it.
belonged to Vicky,
You are-
dude.
Okay. Yeah.
Home of the savages. All right, we'll go ahead and wrap it up, boys. All right, thank you guys
Yeah.
for coming on and chatting.
Whoa, where's my fucking parting word, kid? Yo,
Dude, you
Nightfall
haven't
for
shut the
hire.
fuck up. That was your party
Nightfall
words.
for hire. Nightfall for hire. man.
Jesus
Hire us.
Christ, dude. Fucking rats.
Kodo.
Hey, tell
Very
Diff that
nice.
I said hi and that I think he's like definitely like top 15, maybe best mages in the game.
Top 15.
Dude, who is this guy, Devilman? Anyone know who this guy is?
Holy
man?
shit.
Who
Who's
is
that,
this guy?
dude?
Black Priest? Who's that?
Yeah, I was,
I'll see-
Demo, I was confused. You said you've been playing since like launch. How the fuck do you not know who Legion was? I'm so confused, bro.
And
Yeah, wait, what's-
I'm trolling the fuck out.
Oh,
of him. I
okay,
know.
okay.
that's
I thought
fine.
you were serious. I was like, how the fuck? When you said those two things, I was like, how the fuck? Like,
I don't even believe it anymore, dude. When people tell me they've never heard of my guild, yeah, right, kid.
I've heard of you, but I know that you're dead, so I don't put much
Oh.
weight on it.
Shit.
What have you done? Who are you, dude?
Dude, he's about to lead the ACT.
we
army.
just
I don't
talked
know
dude,
what
he's
about
about to
that
buy your
about.
keep. Be a little nicer.
To buy my keep, dog?
I don't know, man.
Hey, technically, it's not his keep, right? Because you know what did he say? You can't defend it, you don't own it, something like that.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm
check
gonna
it out, dude, check
buy
it
it on
out.
day one.
check this out.
It's still mine. And I haven't been playing the fucking game in like 6 months. It's
Yeah,
still
Ratlet.
comfortably my keep,
Yeah,
dude.
who's paying the upkeep? on this
Nobody's
shit?
made any plays. Nobody's been
sieging it, yeah.
fucking. It's just been sitting there, man.
The only play I can make is get a ton of people with hammers and go whack it to death. Like nobody's
Nah.
doing that.
Good luck
Hell
with
yeah,
that
dude.
shit. They fucking
Somebody
nerfed that.
actually tried it. No shit. Somebody.
You can
took out
send
one single
a
wall.
send a thank you letter to Starvault for not adding content to the game to keep your
Wait,
keep in there.
who
alive.
tried to smash down Legion's keep?
So basically, what I'm saying is, I haven't had to give a fuck for the past 6 months. You know what I mean? Nothing's changed. It's the same fucking political atmosphere, dude.
Thank you, Starvault.
I don't know about that. I mean, there's some stuff that would change.
Yeah, ACT. That's
No,
big.
no, in the north, like Dread and Carnier together
Okay,
now.
let me stop you there.
Dread and
Nobody's
Carney.
given a fuck about the North in a long time, dude.
Listen,
Who
Yeah,
gives a
all-
fuck what happens up in Gulcore?
all
It's the same
roads.
ratlets at each other's throats since day one that it was fucking added, dude. Carney, Dread, fucking
They're
content.
together. Yeah, Levy and Content are against them. Listen, all roads
I mean,
lead back to Killocks.
it is a little bit more of the same though. It didn't change much. Like, yeah, they team up and they fight. They still fight like the same people. And
Oh, Pyre got removed from existence, so that's
I
cool.
mean, they got banned.
The bagging, I hear.
No,
Right
that was
back.
racism mostly. I think there was a couple bags, but it was mostly. I think I sent 4
I've never seen
reports of.
Starvault banned for racism.
Oh well, they do now.
I've never seen it, dude.
They do now. They changed
That's
it.
crazy because I've had Levians following me around my own city screaming racisms through VoIP reported on a massive scale. Nothing ever fucking happened to those people. So.
Telling you, times change, man. Things change.
All
Slow as fuck with Starvault, but things change.
I think he's calling
What
you
you mean
old.
IRL for a second there, bro? Like Levy and follow you around IRL screaming racist shit. I was like, what?
I fucking wish, dude.
I think I
God.
reported
No, JK,
Pyre
JK,
3
JK.
times. 3 times in a
Oh,
24-hour period with
Easy.
proof.
easy grips.
Banned on
Yeah, easy
YouTube
grips, dude. Hey, we're just joking out here, boys.
We need to get Victus on
in a
that
video
on
game.
Twitch.
Grips in game. Grips in game.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go
Eyes-
ahead and end
eyes
it, boys.
popping out.
GG's.
GG's.
Appreciate it. Thank
Good
you,
talk.
Vicness,
Good talk.
Demon, Foe, and Chubby. I appreciate
Demon.
you guys. Hey, shut up. God damn, I'm kicking your ass out of here, dude. All right, bye, guys. Thank you. Fuck. All right, GG's, boys. I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you again for watching. I might do some more podcasts. We'll see. Not really sure, though. But again, thank you guys for watching. And thank you, SOF, for the subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hell yeah, big gains, dude. Not again? What do you mean, not again? Anyways. But yeah, everybody have a good day and enjoy your weekend. And I think there's about to be a fight outside Meduli. Peace.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, the good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get up to the top, proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down. I'll be getting out, you can never doubt, know what I'm about. Have a different cloud, if you're raining out, I can make it sound. Go another round, bitch, I'm looking bound, can't stop me now. Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel as a tool to use to go ahead and run my fucking mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take blocks, I make shots, I miss blocks. I tell you get big blocks, you get shots, swing locks and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger games, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase it? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up shit, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise. Yeah. Please tell me that I can, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad and the good. Fill my head full of every single doubt. Yeah. Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get up to the top, proving everyone wrong. I'm gonna stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud. Never running out, never headed south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting out. You can never doubt, not what I'm about. Have your fucking cloud, if you're raining out, I keep making sound. Go another round, bitch I'm legend bound. Can't stop me now.